Imagine yourself driving down the field, scoring, thinking you're going to go up 3, missing the extra point, only being up 2. The other team gets the ball. They drive down. They get into field goal range. Close field goal. It's over. Your playoff chances are gone. Just for that kicker to miss the field goal. What a game that was, especially to end the NFL season. And what a complete change of atmosphere and playoff standings, that implications that had. Sent the Steelers to the playoffs, and the Ravens are sitting at home. Unbelievable. Let's talk about it.
Four or 5 years, I thought we were talking about the product that we put on the field this year that's looked like absolute trash. 4 or 5 years.
So carry on. Enjoy your regular season win. Go ahead and hang that banner.
They didn't have that. You really think behaviors would get better without sports? You're out of your mind. They didn't have that.
No.
Unbelievable end to the NFL season. I'm going to bring on my 2 really good friends. Mose Knows. Welcome, Mose Knows.
Hello.
And I'm going to bring on Stoney, the legend, Stoney. How are you guys today? How's your week been?
Good so far.
It's been a lot better that I'm not sick, so.
Oh, man. He's finally getting over the sickness. We have quite a bit to talk about, and it all has playoff implications in both the NFL and the college football playoff. And I want to get right to it. So the NFL season was, again, like Mosby, he says this all the time. He says it's the best. What do you say? What's your saying?
It's the best soap opera there is. There's the
best soap opera there is.
Yep.
And the end of this season absolutely was. We had, what do we have? Two different games that still was going to send a team to the playoffs. We had still had a lot of seeding going on to figure things out.
So yeah, went into the last week with the AFC not having one seed set. I mean, the NFC was kind of more set, but there was a number 1 seed up for grabs, a division up for grabs, so there was a lot to play for. But like you said, the way to end the season, like the NFL couldn't have rolled it up any better with the opening game of the year with the Eagles and Cowboys, that battle, and then the ending game of the year with that rivalry with the Ravens and Steelers, just unbelievable. I mean, so if you believe in NFL script writers, you got to applaud them. Got to applaud them for writing that up. I mean,
yeah, they did a really good job.
What was your takeaway from that Steelers Ravens game? I mean, it swung both ways. The whole time I thought the Ravens were going to win.
Well, so I said last week that I think the Ravens finally found the recipe for victory, and for the first half of that game, that's what it was. Derrick Henry was doing everything they wanted and needed, and it looked like they were going to run away with it. And then the second half, it was a totally different game. So it's just, I mean, it really and truly is just how this season's gone. No matter what games you've watched, just when you think you know who's about to win or what's going to happen, they kind of flipped the script on you.
Yeah.
The team with the better quarterback won. That's why.
Aaron Rodgers, boy, he had a drive there at the end, didn't he?
Hey, Rod, baby. And he didn't even have his number one receiver.
I saw something. This was like the first time since 2000. I don't even know, several years. He's thrown for more than 290 something yards in the last like 6 years or something. It was nuts. The stat. I wished I could remember what it was, but I was blown away.
I got a great stat for you that we'll talk about later that entails with the Steelers. So,
man, well, we did have a game that really solidified one position going into Sunday, and that was the Seahawks. They were projected to go 7-10 in the 2025 preseason, and they went 14-3 instead, and are now the number one seed in the NFC. And we said it multiple times. Holy cow. How? Where'd this come from?
They just completely shut down the Niners at San Fran. I mean, they're good. I mean,
they're good.
Like, they got maybe the up-and-coming top receiver in the NFL. They got a good run game with those two running backs. I mean, they got a good offensive line. And then Sam Darnold, I think he's not no superstar, but he's not no slouch. I mean, so.
Yeah. And I mean, that defense is pretty solid.
Gosh,
my
filthy,
goodness,
man.
They have drafted very well the last 3 years. They have drafted very well.
Yes, they have. And you know, it's one of those where, you know, obviously before last year, everybody was ready to throw Sam Darnold to the side and say one of the biggest busts that they're going to claim to have been. And it's actually nice to see, you know, a fairy tale part of the story. I won't say ending because it's not done yet, but it's nice to see a guy like Sam Darnold go to Minnesota, revive his career, and after 1 year get punted for J.J. McCarthy to only find what could be a long-term home for him in Seattle that has one of the top defenses in the NFL, one of the better young coaches in the NFL. I mean, they seem to have some things figured out.
Well, that draft class, remember, they wanted to throw away Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold. Now both of them have found homes. I mean, this just goes to show you that if you put a good environment around quarterbacks, like neither one of those two are generational talents. So if you're a generational talent quarterback, you can change the trajectory. But if you are a good quarterback, a solid quarterback, if a team will build around you, those two just prove that you can have success. You can win a lot of games, and you can be in the playoff conversation every year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was one talking point with the Seahawks taking that one seed. And then we had an absolute cluster bleep with my Panthers. Now, I don't even know where to begin with this because, first of all, I don't know if you ended up watching the game versus the Buccaneers. It was sloppy. It was rainy.
Oh, it was nasty.
They played just like 2 8-9 teams would play.
A horrible offensive pass interference call against.
Now there were 4 calls. There were about 4 different calls that was like, okay.
There were, but that one against McMillan has to have been. I mean, it's got to be one of the worst of the year, and could be even one of the worst in several years. But that was atrocious.
Yeah, it was, and it was a momentum drive. It was a momentum killer for us too. We was driving down, and then we had to call that one back. So it was definitely an interesting game. We lost it, and then we had to wait till the next day for the Falcons and Saints, and then that one, of course, was going back and forth and back and forth. It was odd to be rooting so hard for the Falcons, and then seeing the Baker Mayfield video from his wife of him in the rooting for the Saints when everybody in this division hate each other. Just everybody in this division are very average. But we don't pick the rules. We play by the rules. And guess what? 8-9 Panthers are going
in the playoffs.
to the playoffs. And if you wanted to know the teams that make the playoffs with a losing record, non-strike here they are. The 2010 Seahawks 7-9, 2014 Panthers 7-8-1, the 2020 Commanders 7-9, 2022 Buccaneers, Tom Brady 8-9, and then us at 8-9. Three of the 5. What division?
Your division.
I'm telling you, man, South is just weird.
I just want to point it out for my team being the AFC. These are all NFC teams that's done that. AFC, you actually got to win a record to make it.
That's true. Man, I don't see the Cowboys on here though. That's
still waiting.
Yeah, well,
it's weird.
It's not our year this year.
But I was sitting there thinking, man, we have a terrible division. But then I look at this. The NFC South had more total wins, 30, than the NFC East. Who's in that one, Mosby?
No, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that's right. And the AFC North. We actually had more combined wins in those two divisions. That actually shocked me. That shocked me. But then I started thinking, okay, well, yeah, we had 3, 8, 9 teams.
Yeah, Bengals won 6 games, Browns won 5, Ravens won 8, and then 10 games. So I mean, and then you had the Cowboys win 7, Giants won 3, Commanders won 4 or 5. I mean, just
yeah. Now I did find there's 2 things I want to talk about here. This one is very interesting because this is the 2025 pressure leaders by team. What do all those teams have in common?
I mean, the top 4. I guess no. Yeah. No,
they're in the playoff. They're in the playoffs.
Every single one of them on the. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
It goes back to what I said when I just talked about the Chiefs and Dallas game. Dak was able to sit in that pocket all day long. If you cannot pressure the quarterback, now there is one team that's in the playoffs that we'll talk about later, and I got a stat for that. But if you cannot pressure the quarterback, you kind of struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I saw this and immediately thought what they always say, it's one in the trenches, right? It's on the line.
2 of these are number 1 seeds. I mean, Texans are one of the hottest teams. Texans and Jaguars are both 2 of the hottest teams in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rams are a lot of people's favorite to win the Super Bowl. I mean,
well, they're going to be
that Steelers defense is pretty much what kept them in the race the whole time.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
And the Eagles D line's just been nasty for a few years now. I mean,
so that brings us to this, your playoff bracket. This is accurate, correct? Yes. This is the accurate one? Yes.
Yes.
Here it is. What do you think? Initial thoughts, just looking at it.
All right. So I got some notes about this bracket. So a few little predictions for the Super Bowl. So 57 out of the 59 champions have had a plus 50-point differential. So that eliminates the Green Bay, the Bears, the Chargers, the Panthers, and Pittsburgh Steelers. So now the Rams and Panthers are playing each other. So one of them will have to move on. Or no, the Rams, never mind, sorry. The Chargers, that's the wrong LA team. So if you go off of that, that means Houston's winning. We don't know about Jags or Buffalo. And then the New England's winning. That means Green Bay and Bears toss up there. Rams will win. Eagles should win. I don't know. But then you go, no team has won the Super Bowl, 14 of the last 15 Super Bowl champs. We're not in the bottom 10 in turnover margin. Well, that eliminates San Francisco and Seattle. Number 1 seed Seattle. Turn the ball over a lot. Then you go to the last 13 Super Bowl champs have either been top 15 in rush offense or top 10 in total passing. Well, that eliminates Jaguars, Houston, Denver, and Philadelphia. So that leaves New England, Buffalo, or the Rams that pass all of those criterias. And how you want to break that tie with New England and Buffalo is strength of schedule. No one's ever won the Super Bowl with the strength of schedule New England's had this year. So if you want to bet on it, pick the Rams versus Buffalo right now if you believe in those stats.
Ooh. Well, okay. What are your thoughts, John?
Buffalo. Man, there's a ring to that.
Oh, heck. Now, what's the stat? The Josh Allen has played in every single stadium
beside Levi's Stadium.
Where's the Super Bowl?
Levi's Stadium.
Wow. Could it happen? I don't know. But we are going to break down each game.
They made it a tough road for them. So
it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously the first round is going to tell a whole lot. I think once you get out of the first round, it's going to get a little bit more interesting. But to me, there's a couple games here, whether it be 2-7 or the 4-5s, they could go either which way. But yeah, if you think break it down stats and
Oh, we're going to break it down even more stats here in a minute. Yeah.
No, 100%. I'm just saying it's one of those things. This is I think it's going to be one of the more exciting playoffs that we've had in a while
because it's so stacked.
Yeah, there's a lot of good matchups here. I mean, you say, Rams should beat the Panthers. Well, Panthers just put it on them about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You never know about the Panthers. They're just weird too.
And then the two 7 seeds have elite quarterbacks. They get hot. They're making a run. I mean,
I would be wrong to not state that the reason it's so stacked is because the 4 seeds are 8, 9, and 9 and 8. That's their week there, so it's stacked the whole all the way down to the 7. But regardless, both those number 4 teams tell me that they can't beat the number 5 teams.
They can.
Oh, they definitely can.
They can go on a run.
I'm looking at this, and there's not one game, and we'll talk about it, but there's not one game I'm sitting there that I would be confident if you said, bet everything you make your whole net worth on one game. That would be tough.
It would be tough.
It would be tough. So we're going to talk about though. John, I am going to pull this up right here. And the first game we are going to talk about is the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Now I'm gonna give the opening statement here, and I'm gonna let you guys kind of run with it here. Houston Texans 12-5, Pittsburgh Steelers are 10-7. Now they are 5-3 on the road, and the Steelers are 6-3 at home. The spread is Texans -3. Okay. It opened at 2.5. The matchup predictor has the Texans 54.5%. Okay, and we know they both have some playmakers. If the Steelers can kind of run the ball, that would really assist Rodgers. But they're getting Metcalf back, and that is huge. So I'm going to start this off with Jacob Mosby. Mosby, break this game down for us.
All right. So the Houston Texans are on a 9-game win streak. I think the longest current in the NFL. Jaguars might be close to that. So I broke it down because what wins the playoff games? It's rushing and defense, third down conversion, okay? So now these stats are a little bit skewed for Houston because C.J. Stroud was out for a bit, but their total offense is ranked 19th in the league, okay? Well, total defense for Pittsburgh is ranked 28th in the league. So really not a favorable for either one there, okay? Rush offense for Houston is 22nd in the league. Well, rush defense for Pittsburgh is 13th in the league. So that kind of favors Pittsburgh a little bit to stop the run game, okay? Points per game, 13th in the league for Houston. Points given up per game for Pittsburgh, 17th. So that's kind of close there. Now, third down conversions on offense, Houston's 23rd, kind of bad. Well, Pittsburgh's just as bad as 25th in the league on giving up third down for conversions. Now, then you go to the defensive side for Houston. They're ranked number 1 total defense. They're 4th ranked rush defense. They are second in points given up, and their third down defense is 6th in the league. Well, then you go to Pittsburgh's side of the ball. They're 24th and 25th in total offense, 26th in rush offense, 15th in points, and 15th in third down offense. Not very good offense against a very good defense. So everything leads to it being a low-scoring game and being in Houston's favor. You think, well, here's a funny little stat, okay? Pittsburgh has not lost at home on Monday Night Football since 1991. They are on a 23-game win streak on Monday Night Football when they play in Pittsburgh. So take it as you want because they haven't lost at home since 1991 on Monday night, and this game is played on what night? Monday night.
That's crazy.
But I expect this to be a low-scoring affair, like a 17-13 game. I don't see it being a blowout either way. The defense leans towards Houston. But again, Pittsburgh has not lost on Monday night since 1991 at home.
That is crazy to hear out loud.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's one of those where, it's a crazy stat that I don't think gets mentioned enough, because if you think about it, I mean, 23 consecutive Monday night games
at home. Winner.
Yeah, that's
A
pretty impressive.
little bit of Monday night magic there in Pittsburgh. So
what do you think, John?
Man, it's to me, it's one of those things when you look at it. Obviously, they've got two really good quarterbacks. I mean, obviously, one of them is going to go down as historically one of the greatest quarterbacks to play. Unfortunately, I'm not that big of an Aaron Rodgers fan, but you can't take what he's done and his stats away from him. I think on the quarterback side of thing, I think that's where you're gonna see a little bit of favorable. If you were to say the needle leaning in Pittsburgh's direction there a little bit with a quarterback play, and it's one of those two where you got Pittsburgh playing at home. Houston has historically struggled on the road in the playoffs, but they also have, like Mosby pointed out earlier, the number one defense in the NFL. But to me, it's one of those where if Aaron Rodgers can be Aaron Rodgers, they're getting DK Metcalf back. I mean, they just threw the ball up and down the field on Baltimore. Now, I will say that was after Kyle Hamilton went out. Once they lost Hamilton, they were just able to do whatever, whenever. So, it's kind of one of those things where DK is going to be back, so that's going to help them out as well. It's one of those things where I think one turnoff or one turnover is going to push that thing, in that direction. To me, there's no true, tell all that's gonna put it in one team's direction here. I don't believe.
Yeah. I just, again, I use a lot of the numbers and the data here, and I'm looking at that points for and points against with Houston at 404 and 295 against, and Pittsburgh at 397 with 387 against. And it's hard to pick against Aaron Rodgers, though. I don't care how old he is. We saw he still got it with that last drive against the Ravens. Now, that's a completely different animal than what Houston throws out there. I mean, you're talking about 103 points less against. This Houston defense
number one ranked in the NFL.
Absolutely filthy, guys. I mean, filthy. And we're talking about, CJ Stroud has played well, but he's not played but 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 3,004. Yeah. I mean, look, Marks has been their leading rusher. It's just, they haven't played necessarily well on offense, but that defense is so nasty. And I love their coach, man. I love their coach. Yep. So if we were going to pick this game, guys, I will start. And again, I'm going to look at the spread, because Vegas is extremely smart. We see that time and time again. -3 for the Texans. I think they're going to go in there and win. What is a little bit concerned now, it is hard to say this because of the stat you just said about 1991 not losing at home since 1991 on Monday Night Football.
Here's another stat. So one of those stats is going to these stats are going to break. Pittsburgh hasn't won a playoff game since 2016.
Oh my gosh, man. So that's where I'm leaning, because I'm sitting there like, okay, they're only 6-3 at home, and Houston's actually 5-3 on the road, and their points differential is so much better. And I don't know, we hear it time and time again, defense wins championships. So I'm going to stick with that motto. I'm going to say the Texans win this game. I'm going to say they score 23 points. I'm going to say the Pittsburgh Steelers only score 17, 23-17 Houston Texans. What do you got, Mosby?
I think Pittsburgh needs to muddy it up, make it ugly, kind of like the Chiefs did on that Sunday Night Football game. Get after C.J. Stroud. And Pittsburgh's got the pass rushers to do it with Watt and Alex Highsmith. And there's an X factor that I would love for the Chiefs to go get in the offseason. And he is playing out of his mind. He's not going to rush for 100 yards, but, he might catch 7 balls for 60 and rush for 40. I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to be the X factor in this game. And I think Pittsburgh's going to win 17-13 and they're going to keep the Monday night streak going, and they're going to get their first playoff win since 2016.
Wow.
I think they get the job done 17-13. I think Kenneth Gainwell is the X factor.
And here I thought I was going to be the only one to pick the Steelers. Because I think with the quarterback experience that you've got with Aaron Rodgers, the fact that you've got DK Metcalf coming back, again, Kenneth Gainwell, not only that, Jaylen Warren, that dude is just a human bowling ball. That dude, he bounces off everybody and he just keeps going. There's just something about it that I think come time to play, as much as I love DeMeco Ryans and what the Houston Texans are doing, I think Mike Tomlin has a chip on his shoulder. I think all the noise and everything going on about he needs to be replaced, and if they lose, is he fired? And I think he's going to have this team fired up. They're going to be ready to go, and I think they win 21-17.
So there you have it. We got two of us going with Pittsburgh and one of us going with Houston. And I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted to go with the Steelers, and I'm sitting there going with the data. I'm going back with the numbers. So there you have it. If it was determined by our majority, the Steelers would be advancing on. The next game we're going to look at is the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I can't wait to hear this, because we got one, not necessarily Josh Allen hater, just maybe getting a little bit tired of Josh Allen getting passes. And then we have one Josh Allen admirer in this group. 12-5 Buffalo Bills. Flip over here. Versus the 13-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. It is at Jacksonville. 5-3 on the road for the Bills, 7-2 at home for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Buffalo Bills actually have the spread with 1.5. Okay. The matchup predictor, 50.7 for the Jaguars, 49.3 for the Bills. That's about as close as you can get. Jacob Mosby, you got any breakdown for us?
You got a lot of breakdown. Okay. Jacksonville is on an 8-game win streak. Went into Denver and manhandled them. Okay. They are the second hottest team in the NFL besides their division teammate there in the Texans. Okay. Jaguars have only lost 2 games at home. Okay. 3 of the 5 losses for Buffalo's been on the road. Okay. They got to go on the road. And I'm not a Josh Allen hater, like Ben said. I am just sick and tired of him getting a pass and getting all these excuses. Well, the guy saw a thing today. Well, he doesn't have this and this. Well, Joe Burrow ain't had that when he made the Super Bowl run. Lamar Jackson ain't had a number 1 receiver, and he's made it to the NFC Championship game, won some MVPs. First couple of years, Mahomes didn't have no good defense. Mahomes hasn't had a 1,000-yard rusher since his first year. So that's where I'm like, when are we going to quit giving these passes and start holding them to the standard we hold these other ones? If you're an elite quarterback and you're supposedly the best player in the NFL, you need to be held to a standard. But so Buffalo, they're 3rd in total offense. Okay. They're 4th in total points. They are very good at running the ball. They're the number 1 rush team in the NFL. Okay. They're very good on 3rd down. They're 4th in the NFL on 3rd down. Okay. Defense is pretty good. They are 7th in total defense. Now, this is where it gets nasty for Buffalo. This is where it gets scary, because if you can run the ball in the playoffs, you usually have success. Well, guess what Buffalo's not good at? Stopping the run. They're 28th in the NFL. Okay. Now, their defensive points given up is 12th in the NFL. Well, guess what? Denver is not, or Buffalo is also not good on getting off the field on 3rd down. They're 24th in the NFL. Now, their pass defense is number 1 in the NFL. So run the ball down their throat. Okay. So now you got a good defense, bad rush defense for Buffalo, good pass off defense for Buffalo. Okay. Well, Jacksonville's defense is 11th in total yards, 6th in points. Their rush offense is 20th in the league. So the rush offense isn't really scary to take advantage of Buffalo's horrible run defense. Now, if I was him, I'd feed the ball to Etienne. Give him the ball. Give him the ball 20 times. Let him go. Okay. Their third down offense is pretty good, or not that good. They're 19th. Now their defense is number 11 in the NFL. Okay. Well, guess what? Who's ranked number 1 in rush offense? Well, guess who's ranked number 1 in rush defense? Buffalo Bills versus Jacksonville Jaguars.
Man.
Strength versus strength. Okay. Then you got the point difference. Points given up is Jacksonville's 8th. But they're not very good on third down either. They're 20th in the league on getting third down. Now their pass offense is 12th in the NFL. So I think this game is going to come down to what gives on that rush. Okay, can Jacksonville take advantage of that bad rush defense for Buffalo, and can the number 1 rush defense hold the number 1 rush offense down?
What do you think, John? What are your thoughts on all that?
I mean, the stats tell all, or do they? Because the one thing that you have is a very inexperienced quarterback when it comes playoff time in Trevor Lawrence. Yes, he is a young quarterback and he's having a phenomenal year. I mean, the stats right there. 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. Okay, that's awesome. That's great. But you also have Josh Allen on the other side, who has went toe-to-toe in the playoffs, in big games, against one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's came down to literally the last 3 seconds. The guy knows how to win when everything is stacked against him.
John, can I ask you a question? Has Josh Allen got the job done? The answer is no. So
now, on the offense, he did. Did Josh Allen give up that last 3-second touchdown? No,
John,
however, he did not.
Are you measured by how many passes you throw, or are you measured by win or losses at quarterback position? Wins or losses. Thank you.
Ask yourself this question, and it's the same with Dak Prescott. Did Dak Prescott drive down and score the touchdown to go ahead? Yeah. Did he give up the touchdown with 3 seconds left? No. Thank you. Anyway,
should have done better.
You've got not only do you have Josh Allen, who has the experience in the playoffs, but you also have the NFL leading rusher in James Cook, who is can run the ball out of the backfield. He can catch it out of the backfield, whatever. Okay, hey, that's fine. But I think the one thing that is also going to come in to play in this game is how many carries Ray Davis is going to have. Because Davis, I mean, is obviously, I mean, you're going to have him come in and absolutely just be the brutal guy up the middle, because he's going to have to get the tough yards. To me, yes, Jacksonville has the edge on the defensive side of the ball. But the edge, to me, on the offense, it puts it over the top for me. Josh Allen, he's been there. He's done it. This Jaguars team is young and fun to watch. They're not ready.
Okay, so as I'm looking at it here, and I mean, it's pretty impressive to see all those 5 green W's. But then you look at the teams. Mm-hmm. They beat the Broncos. That was a great win. I mean, that was a great win at Denver. But you got the Colts, which we know what they were. You got the Jets, and then you have the Titans. So that's not, that's pretty super underwhelming. But then you look over here on the Bills side. Bengals are, Bengals with Burrow, they're just weird. Bengals are weird to me. They could beat you at any time, but you got to take it as a good win, I guess. 39-34. Patriots win was a really good win. That was a very, very good win. And then the Browns barely beating the Browns. Then, I don't know if you guys watched that. Did you watch the Bills-Eagles game?
Yes.
I don't even like.
Who has?
It was a good game, but it was like,
weather was nasty. I mean, you can make excuses. It was a good. I mean, they were shut off. They were shut down the first half and come back and did what they need to do in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And then of course, they took care of the Jets because, everybody takes care of the Jets. But here's the interesting thing. And you know me, I love this point differential stuff here. But if you look at it, the Bills scored 7 more points than the Jaguars. Only 7. but look at the points against. Now, is that because of the schedule? Could be, but 19 less points against for the Jaguars. You got to say it like it is. Jaguars went 13-4. We did not think that was going to happen.
Absolutely not.
This team surprised us, and they've got weapons, and they don't even have their very first pick in the draft.
No, Travis Hunter's been out for a while.
They have surprised us.
Yeah.
And really, Thomas hadn't even been that great this year.
No, it's taking a step back.
Jacoby Myers trade has been real big for him.
So that's the thing. It's like, I don't know how to take this because I've watched the Bills and they've had to come back numerous times. Now they have a lot of the time, but sometimes they get down big, man. Like against the Beagles, they were down. Sorry, not Bengals. Bengals. Sorry, excuse me. People. Bengals. They were down how much? How much were they getting?
A lot, double digits, and it took a Joe Burrow throwing a pick six for them to get back in the game. So
it's at Jacksonville. If I was going to back up here and make my prediction, because you look at these numbers, these are impressive. They've got playmakers on both sides of the ball. I mean, besides the Bills on the receiving core, do they got both their tight ends? Are they both healthy?
Yes.
Okay. I do like that. The Kincaid took a little bit of a step up this year. He improved, but I don't know, man. 25 touchdowns, 10 picks for Allen. I don't know what his rushing totals are, but you show me those stats now. If you didn't show me, even the yardage isn't that great, but if you show me that line right there, 319 for 460 attempts, 319 completions, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks, what would you say? I mean, if you had Bryce Young's name to this, what would people say?
He's a stud.
They wouldn't say that.
They would not say he's a stud, John.
You're out of your mind.
No,
they would say Panthers might need to move on.
Yeah.
Average.
Yeah, it's time to get
game manager.
But now also keep in mind, this dude's had scrubs at wide receivers all year. And
whoa!
No! Don't even. If he had Travis Kelce, it wouldn't even matter.
He's got two tight ends, John. He's got two tight ends, and he's got a running back that stretched for 1,600 yards.
They've been hurt off and on this year, right?
I'm sorry, but when my quarterback wins a Super Bowl with Mecole Hardman and Marquez Valdes-Scantling Jr., whatever,
you had Travis Hunter. That's all you needed.
Oh, I didn't know we had Travis Hunter. I'm sorry. I didn't know we
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, you got Dalton Austin, Dalton Kincaid, and you got James Cook. And I'm pretty sure we had Isaiah Pacheco as a running back, and we haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher since 2017. So no, you cannot. This is what I'm talking about with Josh Allen. We always got to find excuses. Oh, well, his rush.
You're two different offensive schemes.
His rush defense ain't that good. Blah blah blah. This run. Oh, when are we going to quit making up excuses when other quarterbacks have freaking done it? They have done it.
Different offenses.
Mahomes has won three Super Bowls. One of those Tyreek Hill is on. He has had horrible defenses in two of them. And then, Travis Kelce, awesome. But where's his other receivers? They ain't been there. So I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it anymore. You either get the job done in this playoffs. No, he gets the job done in this playoffs, or the talk of him being elite's over. The talk of him being elite's over. You either get it done in this player, or your talk of being elite's over. I'm sick and tired of this crap. Oh, his receivers, his tight ends are hurt. Well, what the hell's the excuse for any other quarterback? It ain't no excuse. It's like, well, you need to play better. Well, if you're so good, lead him. Blah blah blah. You know, Mahomes almost had better numbers than him, and Mahomes tore his ACL 4 weeks ago. Are you kidding me? 25 touchdown passes and 10 interceptions, 3,600 yards. But you're the best quarterback in the NFL. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, let me ask you, how long did it take you to break down these stats that you've got?
Give me the Jags. 31-21. Jacksonville's going to shut down James Cook, and Josh Allen is going to crap down his leg because he don't have the great receivers. And for John to say Trevor Lawrence ain't ready, didn't Trevor Lawrence come back and beat Justin Herbert a couple years ago? Yes, he did. So thank you.
How much time did you spend on your stat breakdown today?
I don't know. Did my homework.
Okay. Enough. Well, go Go and learn the differences in offensive schemes because you have no idea what the flip you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
sure. Yeah.
Buffalo and Kansas City don't even run
John,
the same
I just got a
at all.
question. When are we going to stop making excuses for the guy? When are we going to stop doing it? Because we don't make these excuses for Joe Burrow. We don't make these excuses for Dak. And I don't like Dak. I like Dak as a fantasy guy, but he's not elite. I don't think he's elite like you do. But we don't make excuses for Dak. We're not making excuses for freaking Mahomes. We're not making excuses for Lamar. We're not making excuses for a bunch of these people. Why are we making excuses for Josh Allen?
Even a quarterback.
Josh Allen has not got over the hump. He's been in the league a long time, has not got over the hump. Oh, he rushes. Oh, he's a good rusher. Well, when are you going to get over the hump? If you're the best player in the NFL, if you're the best quarterback that you and our other buddy Guy and other people think is so good, why aren't you winning a championship? Why aren't you? If you're so good, and why have you not won a championship? You didn't even win your division this year. Get the heck out of here. I'm sick and tired of the excuses that people make up for Josh Allen. I knew this whole year struggling. Well, his receivers. What was wrong with his receivers last year? What was wrong with his receivers the year before?
He had receivers. He had
everybody has receivers, John.
All year.
We won a freaking Super Bowl with McCole Hardman as our number one receiver. Get out of here with that.
Travis Kelce's been your number one receiver for 12 freaking years.
Well,
you haven't needed one.
You got James Cook that ran for 1,600 yards, John. You want to talk about the best player in Buffalo? It's not Josh Allen. It's James Cook.
Yeah. Go and learn the difference.
And I hope Bills Mafia comes at me. I hope they do. Please.
Me too.
Because guess what? Guess what's going to be great content. But guess what? You ain't beat my team. You ain't beat my freaking quarterback in the playoff. Congratulations on your little regular season accolades. Because every time it comes to the playoffs, you get sent home because your quarterback craps down the leg and he's not the top quarterback like you think he is. Get out of here.
Hold on. Hey.
Make your prediction, John. We got another game.
Who's not in the playoffs? Yeah, right.
Now, before we make our picks, I would like to get Mosley's opinion on this topic.
Jaguars 31, Buffalo 21.
Oh man, that was great.
34-27, Buffalo.
Man, well, as much as I hate to do it, I've got to agree with John. I think the Bills are going to win, but I kind of rooting for the Jaguars.
I think the Jags are going to make a little bit of a run.
Because if the Jaguars win, I can't wait to see Mosby. I can't wait to hear what he says.
If the Jaguars win,
all right, I'm going to go Jaguars. Going against the spread here, I'm going to go Jaguars 27-23. 27-23 Jaguars.
You're picking the Jags?
I mean, sorry, the Bills. 27-23. Yeah. You about to go talk me into it. Just how passionate you are, man. Let's go. So 27-23 Buffalo Bills. Man, that was fantastic. Let's move on to this last AFC matchup, the Chargers and the Patriots. Okay. The Chargers, let's go up here and we're going to do this. The Chargers are actually, the Patriots are a 3.5 favorite, okay, because they're at home. They're 14-3, 6-3 at home. They actually lost their 3 games at home. They're undefeated on the road. Chargers are 5-3 on the road. However, did they just hold Herbert out last week or was he hurting?
Well, I'm going to get to that when we break it down.
Okay. So, matchup predictor has 54.1% Patriots, 45.9% Chargers. I actually think that's kind of high, to be honest, or kind of low, to be honest with you. I thought that it would be way more in favor of the Patriots because I think people still might be sleeping on the Patriots. And they're good. So, with that being said, Jacob Mosby, you got anything for us?
Okay, so Chargers, number 7 seed against number 2 seed. The AFC East Buffalo Bills champions right here, New England Patriots. Get used to it. They're not going anywhere. Okay, so get used to your second place seat for a while. Okay, so the Chargers offense is 10th in the league. Their rush offense is 12th in the league. I mean, Hampton, is Hampton back or is he out for the year? I mean, but
I thought Hampton was back.
Yeah, I thought.
okay, so they got him and Vidal, so they got the two guys, so that's why their rush offense is better than it only says 600 yards for their leading rusher. They're better than that. Okay, their point now they don't score a lot of points, 20th in the league. Now their third down offense is very good. They stay on the field, they sustain drives. They're third in the league in third down offense. Okay, now here's a sneaky stat that you don't think of, that we probably haven't thought of. Chargers got the second overall defense in the NFL. Okay. Their rush defense is good. They're 8th in the league. Their points given up, they are 9th in the league. And their third down defense, they get off the field. They're 5th in the league in that. Okay. So this is kind of a power versus power, because New England's offense is 4th overall. They're 6th in rush offense. They're 2nd in the points scored. They're 6th in third down offense. So they like to stay on the field. They're 8th overall in defense. They're 6th in rush defense. They're 4th in points given up in defense, and they're 12th in defense on third down defense. Okay. So, but here's a real tricky hidden stat. Okay. I think the Chargers, they could have had the 6th seed, could have made Buffalo be the 7th seed if they would have tried and played Denver. Okay. They lost their game the week before, weren't going to have a chance to win the division. Okay. They benched Justin Herbert. They knew they were going to lose the Broncos because the Broncos had to play to get the number 1 seed. There's a reason why they wanted to get that number 7 seed to play New England. Not because New England's not good, but New England is 26 overall in team sacks.
Oh.
Okay? Chargers are 3rd overall in sacks given up. So New England is the worst team in this playoffs when it comes to giving sacks, I believe. So Chargers know they got their 2 elite tackles out for the year. They know they got an issue of protecting their quarterback. So I think they kind of set up that matchup on purpose to go up against a team that struggles to sacking the quarterback.
Okay. That's interesting to know, John.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because as Mosby said, and obviously with the Chargers, if their 2 elite tackles were healthy and on the field, we'd be having a different conversation. I mean, you've got Herbert, who looks to still be, favoring that left hand that he just had surgery on. And you could tell every hit he takes, he's in pain. So it does make sense as to why you would potentially set Herbert, let him, whether you're resting him or you're giving that game up on purpose so that you could get this matchup against a team who, as Mosby said, has not been one of the best at quarterback pressures at all this season. The one thing that I think will favor, obviously, the Chargers is the simple fact that, I mean, they do have a quarterback who can move the ball up and down the field if he's on his feet and has the receivers to do so, against a Patriots defense who is very stout, whether it be the front side or the back side of the defense. They're good. They're where they are for a reason. You don't win 14 games and, not be good. But I think the loss of the tackles and just the way that this Patriots team is playing is going to be too much. I don't see there's any way the Chargers come out of this one.
Well, it's just Drake May's play is just unbelievable. The step he's made this year is just,
it's unreal.
I mean,
he's great.
He's that type of quarterback that whenever if you're sitting there watching your fantasy matchup and then he's playing and all of a sudden it's just like, okay, he'll be good here. And then you turn around, he's got 35, 40 points.
Well, there's the meme that was going around that Drake May, I forget how old he is, but it said that so many years ago of his age that Tom Brady donated his DNA for clones or whatever. And it said, hey.
So, looking at this matchup, the Chargers only got a 28-point differential. Their offense has been – look, here's the thing. Here's the thing about – and we're not going to harp on the Chiefs. I'm going to bring it up. But the Chiefs have a better point differential than the Chargers, and they're 6-11. The Chargers went 11-6. That's the thing about sports in general is sometimes the ball just got to go your way, right? And it kind of did for the Chargers a lot. If you look at some of these games, overtime versus the Eagles, right? 22-19. They got to play the Chiefs there whenever it was already over, 16-3 basically. They beat the Cowboys, which we know about the Cowboys. Boo. Then they played tough against the Texans. Then you can't even look at that last week. And then the Patriots, we kept saying all year, are they the real deal? Because their schedule's not great. But then they played the Bills tough. They took care of the Ravens. I mean, they put up numbers. They put up numbers. And that's why I was a doubter of the Patriots early, but they kept winning. Diggs with 1,000 yards receiving, 4,394 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's not an accident.
That's good quarterback play there. Not no 25-10, 3,600 yards. But
So, and then you've got Henderson, who didn't even. He's unbelievable when he gets the ball in his hands.
He's broke out the second part of the year.
Yes, he's dangerous.
Yes, he is.
Starting in the year, the saying was in fantasy was he was a Jahmyr Gibbs light. Well, you tell me that the way he's playing the second half, tell me next year that he couldn't outperform Gibbs based on some of the stuff that Gibbs did this year. Like, he would be really good and then have some dud games.
Good.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Well, a lot of Gibbs' performance has a lot to do with him just firing their OC too.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm not going to harp too much more on this because I've thought the Patriots are going to take care of this. Especially you talk about this all the time, Mosby. A cross country trip.
Game. Yes, it's real.
It's a real deal.
It is real. Now this one's a Sunday night game, so it won't be that big of a factor for the Chargers. But I just don't think the Chargers have enough.
But think about weather too.
Yep, it could be cold.
38 degrees. Looks like some rain.
Chargers are a dome team. I mean, they're
yeah.
So
score predictions. Let's go, John first. John, what do you think the score is going to be of this game?
I think you're going to see a 31-17 victory, Patriots.
I think it's going to be 34-13 New England.
Wow. Domination.
I think they dominate them.
Man. Yeah, I'm going to say 34, but I'm going to say 34-24. I think the Chargers put some points up, but 34-24, I'm going Patriots. I think they're good, man. I just do.
They are.
So there you have it. We all picked the Patriots. That's the first unanimous, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to move on to the NFC, the 4 and 5 seed game, and we have the Carolina Panthers versus the Los Angeles Rams. It is in Carolina. It is on Saturday at 3:30. We have a 12 and 5 Los Angeles Rams who are 5 and 4 on the road. Carolina Panthers are 8 and 9, but they're 5 and 3 at home. This game happened already earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top, and the Rams were fully healthy then. I think Adams, isn't he kind of banged up? Is he playing? Do we know?
I think they were holding him out. I think they're going to try to play him in the playoffs. Yep.
Okay. Well, he's if he can go, he's going to go. So it's a 10.5 point spread for the Rams. That's a big, big spread. Now, I'm not saying they can't do that because the Rams are really good, but that's a big, big spread regardless.
That's a massive spread.
Matchup predictor, 73.5% Rams, 26.5% Panthers, for good reason. You have an 8-9 team. It's hard to believe in them. What was it, a couple of years ago was the biggest one when the Seahawks beat the Saints, who were the number one seed. I think number one seed that came to Seattle. It was an upset with Marshawn Lynch. But Panthers are a weird team, and I'm going to let you break it down here in a minute, but they're just a weird team. You never know, but on paper, it just looks like the Rams should take this. Mosby, what do you got for us?
So the Rams are very good on offense, second in the NFL, total offense. They got 2 good running backs with Williams and Corum. I mean, 7th in rush offense. They're first in points scored. Now, here's kind of Achilles heel for them on third. It's on third down. They're only 17th in the league in third down. Kind of don't get off the field sometimes. Rams ain't been good on the road either. And this is a cross-country.
And that's what happened to them the first time they played.
On a short week, 6. It's not a full week rest. It's on a short week rest, okay? Their defense, they're 6 overall in the NFL. Rush defense is 12th. Defensive points given up, they're 10th. But they do get off the field on third down on defense. They're 7th in the NFL, okay? Now, Carolina, it's just – can't look at this. You look at the stats, you're like, oh, my – like, boom. Yeah, 27th in overall offense, 19th in rush offense. But, Rico has shown that he is the back, better than Chuba. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
27th in points scored, 25th in third down offense. Not very good. 15th in overall defense, which is rated better than the Rams. Okay. 20th in rush offense. Okay. 15th in defensive points given up. 31st, this is what scares me. 31st in defensive third down percentage. 31st in the NFL. They don't get off the field. So, then
who's that? Who'd you say?
The Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
they don't.
Yeah. Oh no, they don't.
So, then here is a big one. Point differential, a plus 172 for the Rams, a negative 69 for the Panthers.
Yes, sir, baby.
But the Rams have already made that trip across country to Carolina and cannot stop them. So, Rams are my Super Bowl pick for the NFC, but I would not be shocked if the Rams come and lose this game just for the fact they're going across country. It's on a shorter week than normal. You got Devontae Adams and Puka. It's just weird. Everything tells you, all these stats tell you, Carolina should lose by 30.
Yeah. Stoney, what do you got for us?
Oh man. So obviously we know the one thing that the Carolina Panthers can do is run the ball, and you've got Chuba and you've got Dowdle, who Dowdle's been taking the bulk of the carry since Chuba went down. But, they're a very solid 1-2 punch. But the one thing that is going to go against them in that part is the simple fact that the Rams have one of the best defensive fronts in the NFL. They're young, they're hungry. That defense flies around. And I think if there is a way that Carolina wins, that's it. They have to be able to control the clock. They have to be able to run the football, because you're not going to beat, the Rams by throwing the ball down the field, because that's just not what you guys do. And the Panthers, they're young. They've got talent, but you look at this defense on the other side of the ball, and you look at the offense. Man, the Rams. Obviously early on in the year, I said it was going to be Buffalo and Detroit. And I think, it will probably be Buffalo and the Rams at this point. But that's how confident I am with the Rams and the team that they have. If you've got a healthy Devontae Adams, you've got a healthy Puka Nacua, you've got several, players on the offensive side. When you're talking the multiple tight ends that they use. Then, of course, you've got Corum, who has come in this season and taken a lot of the red zone carries and gets a lot of tough yards and scores a lot of the touchdowns. And Kyron Williams, he's their trick pony, just helps them get down the field. You've got weapons on all parts of the field for the Rams, and I think it's just going to be too much for Carolina. And who is this Polar Knights?
He is fantastic. It's, as a barber, I love the show and the men on it. It is every stage of beard growth. And now if you look at our pictures, sure is. Down the
one picture where I had the beard down here.
I love that picture that we put on the thumbnails of you. That beard is fantastic.
So for Carolina to win like they did last time, they're going to have to create turnovers and not turn the ball over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're not strong enough, and we've only scored 311 points on the year. And the Rams are most definitely going to really, really focus on shutting down Tet, because you shut down Tet for us, and it's a struggle. Coker is okay. He's growing. Hopefully he turns into a pretty good number 2, but he's not Ted, and we don't have that big dominating tight end like we used to have in Greg Olsen, and we don't have the dominating defense. We have a decent defense that made a lot of improvements this year. However, we don't have it like we used to in 2015 whenever we were rolling, right, with Luke Kuechly. So, and we have to absolutely run the ball. And be honest with you, we were terrible running the ball against the Buccaneers. I think we had 19 yards. You can't do that against the Rams. You can't do it. The Rams are way better than the Buccaneers. So we're going to have to run the ball. And honestly, yeah, turnovers, and you're going to have to really limit the possessions that they get, because look at these stats, guys. Matt Stafford, he's the MVP? Yes,
he's got to be the MVP.
Yes,
4,707 yards, 46 touchdowns, 8 picks. And look at these weapons. Williams, 1,252 yards. It's funny that Williams, every single year, people keep saying, "Well, he's done. Oh, he's done. Don't draft him in fantasy. Oh, he's done. Don't draft him in fantasy." And he keeps producing. And Puka Nacua, for my money, I might say he's the best receiver in the game.
Oh, I'm ready to say he's the best receiver in the game. He absolutely is.
Crazy the stuff he does.
You got Devontae Adams that led the NFL in receiving touchdowns.
Crazy the stuff he does, man. So yeah, and yeah, is Adams as your number 2, really?
Yeah.
So if we were going to pick the score for this game, gentlemen, make your predictions now.
Rams 34, Carolina 21.
Man. I think you're going to be looking at a 37 to probably. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but they may say 37 to 20.
I'm going to say 27-20 Rams. 27 to 20 Rams. So we're all going Rams there. Yes.
Back to back unanimous. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I love my Panthers. I'm not going to be biased, though. I'm going to be realistic. And if we win this game, hey, everything's icing on the cake from this point on for me with the Panthers. We made it. I actually get to watch playoff football with my favorite team.
I get to watch playoff football.
Yeah, but with my favorite team.
I don't get to do that.
Yeah, well, it is.
John, quit acting like you're a Cowboys fan. We all know you're a Buffalo fan, and you're a Josh Allen rider. So,
all right, next game we're going to talk about is the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm gonna let you guys say your own opinions before I say mine. But we got the Niners 7-2 on the road. They're 12-5 overall. The Eagles are 11-6 with a 5-3 home record. You could talk about the Eagles not being opportune on the offensive side, although Barkley's been playing better. The Niners, well, I mean, if the cat's not out of the bag yet, I don't know. They're limping massively.
So I read something about that before, and it's about these two teams before we got on here, and it said it's a contrast of two teams because like Eagles are known to play bully ball, be physical, blah blah blah. Well, they somehow stay healthy. So every year since 2017, besides 2023, the Niners have been top 10 in injuries per year. So you can't say, well, football's physical. Well, Eagles are physical. They're not getting those injuries. Yeah. Well, or the Niners not trying to play, or is it bad luck or whatever? So like this guy was talking about, it's like it needs to be looked at the organization as a contrast. Like, okay, what are the Niners doing where they can't keep people healthy? Where the Eagles are physical, built for power, run game, power defense, and they're not having the injuries. They're staying healthy and continue to put guys out there, keep guys on the field because 22 or 21 of the 22 players that started the year on defense and offense for the Eagles in both of their Super Bowl years started in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's just how healthy they've stayed. I mean,
the matchup predictor, 56.6% Eagles, 43.4% Niners. You have anything else for us, Mose? Tell us.
I mean, well, Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, pretty much twins, identical.
Now, what was that you sent me? Was that you that sent me that?
Yeah.
That coach? It was the Eagles defensive coordinator.
It was the Eagles defense coordinator that asked him and said, well, how do you think this is any different with Brock Purdy? And he said, I think they look pretty good with Mac. I think they look the same with Mac. They're both did a very good job. He said Mac won 5 or something games. He said played very good. He said Mac's a very good quarterback. He's a very good player. And then you go look at the stats. No, Mac put up good numbers. So, I mean, I know John's brother. No, John's brother's a big Purdy guy. Blah blah blah. But he was also a big Kaepernick guy. I mean,
shout out to Mr. Unathletic.
So
podcast.
I mean,
go check it out.
Yeah.
So the Niners offense is 8th overall in the NFL. Okay, the rush offense is not that good. You think it would be for McCaffrey? It's only 24th in the NFL. Okay, their points scored is 10th, and their third down offense, they are very good at staying on the field. They're number 1 in the NFL. Okay, now their defense, this is where they got hammered on injuries with, Fred Warner and other things. They're 18th overall in defense, 11th in rush defense, 13th in points given up, and then 19th in third down defense. Ain't been very good. Well, but, Philadelphia's offense has kind of been not very good. 24th overall in offense. They won a game this year with Jalen Hurts not even having 100 total yards, but that was against my team. And he told Chris Jones to shut his A up. I won the game. Okay. The rush offense coming off a year where Barkley ran for a billion yards, only 18th in the NFL. Yeah. Their points scored, they're only 19th. They're not very good at staying on the field. They're 24th in third down offense. Okay. Defense, we talk about how physical and thing, they're only 13th overall on defense. They're 22nd overall in rush defense. Okay. Now they're 5th in points given up. So they played that good old Vic Fangio, bend but don't break. I don't care if you get yards between the 20s. We'll hold you to field goals or turn over the ball. Okay. But they're not very good at getting off the field. They're 21st in the NFL on third down defense. Now, they got 3 losses at home, but it's kind of skewed because last week they played subs. So they've only technically with their starters, have only lost 2 games on the road. But I always go back to Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't know, maybe they will get eliminated first round or whatever. I still think they are the most talented roster in the NFL. It's just they got so much talent on that defensive side and offensive side. It's just the numbers lean towards San Francisco on all the stats there and everything. And then San Francisco is very good on the road. They're 7-2. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
John?
So, no, he said it. This is, when healthy, one of the best rosters in the NFL in San Fran. I said the other day, I think Brock Purdy is a big difference maker in this offense just because when he's in there and he has Trent Williams, obviously blocking the blind side and keeping him off the ground.
Is Trent Williams going to play this week?
So I don't think he practiced today. They've not announced whether he will or whether he won't, but they're trying.
I'll pull up the injury report.
They're obviously trying to get him on the field. That's going to be a big part. If they have Trent Williams on the field, I don't think this is even close.
Here it is, questionable. Williams won't participate in practice Wednesday, so they're just holding him out until
right. So I think if he suits up and he's a full go come game time, I think that's a big part in who's going to win this game, because if you can get to Purdy and you can, get to him early, with your very talented defensive front, it's going to make things hard. But the one thing that the 49ers have working for them is the simple fact that you've got CMC in the backfield. He brought up the point that their rush offense hasn't been as good as it has been in the past, but they haven't needed it because, you dump the ball to your wide receiver 1 over here, CMC, and he just, he's been going crazy. But you have a healthy Juwan Jennings, you got a healthy Kittle, you've got Kendrick Bourne, who's come on big time. They have weapons on the offensive side of the ball, even with Brandon Ayuk not being on the roster or wherever he's at, MIA. This Eagles team, though, they are very talented. You're going to have, I think they said Lane Johnson should play this week.
He was practicing Wednesday, limited.
Did Jalen Carter practice too?
Yeah, limited.
Yeah. So they are very talented. They've got the playoff experience. but they have been so hot and cold all year long. It's crazy. You throw the ball to A.J. Brown 12 times, get him 150 yards one game. Next game, he gets 0 targets. I'm like, what are you guys doing? I don't understand. I mean, because you could argue Devontae Smith or whatever, he's been their best offensive player all year. But obviously football is always going to be a tale of two teams and the injuries that they have. But I think if you've got a healthy Trent Williams on the field, I don't see how the Niners don't win this game.
So that brings us to to our next thing. We're going to make these prediction here. I just, after watching, I've caught myself watching the Niners a lot. And that defense is so hurt. I know they were hoping that Fred Warner would come back, only with the deep playoff run, is what Shanahan said. So he won't be playing here, I'm assuming.
Then remember, they played great defense a couple weeks ago when they gave up 38 points. Remember, Sean said
that's right. Yeah, great defense. McCaffrey's great. Listen, McCaffrey's great, but his yardage per carry is weird. I know they use that check down pass and that short pass as like runs with McCaffrey, and he's
Right.
talented enough to do it. 102 receptions, but it's crazy to say. Jury's still out with me with Brock Purdy, because sometimes he'll look like the world beater. He'll look like the greatest thing ever. He'll look great. And then whenever he gets put into a ringer, he looks extremely average. And that's the thing that, the ones who are elite, the ones we talk about that are top 7, they don't often get put into that situation. That's where I have a hesitation with Brock Purdy. So if you guys had to make your score predictions, what do you got?
I think you're going to see the Eagles crank up their run game with Jalen Hurts, Tank Bigsby, and Barkley. I think they're going to rely heavily on it. And in the play action game, I think they are going to crank it up on the rush offense. I think the Eagles are one of the teams that have the secondary to match up with Christian McCaffrey and the linebackers. I think you can put Cooper DeJean on him one-on-one the whole game, and you can take him out of the game. So I think that's going to be their game plan, is they're going to take McCaffrey out of the game and try to make someone else beat him. And I'm with you, Ben. I just don't think Purdy's got it. I just think he's a good quarterback. Think he's like a Sam Darnold, a Baker Mayfield, but I just don't think he's at that level, like the carry a team when you take his left arm away, when you take his opponents away, which that's what we've been saying for a couple of years. And John's brother, Justin, Mr. Unathletic, has disagreed with this, but when you take his weapons away, it's been shown that he doesn't perform nowhere near the level that he does when you have a Kittle, when you had an Ayuk, when you had a Jennings, when you had a McCaffrey, all healthy and on the field at the same time. So I think the Eagles are going to make someone else besides McCaffrey beat them. And I just don't think the Niners have enough in that receiving room to do it.
So what's your prediction?
I think the Eagles are going to win like 21-20. I think it'll be 21-20. Close game.
Oh, man. That'll be fun. John?
I think I see it a little bit different, because I do see Kittle and a Jawan Jennings being a big part of the offense. And they're going to have to shut CMC out if they do want to win this game. But a healthy CMC over anybody else on that field, I take him all day long. That's why I've got the Niners winning 28-24.
27-24 Eagles for me. I'm going to make it quick and easy for you guys.
Close games.
But that'll be fun. This will be a fun one to watch. I'm gonna love all these games, to be honest with you. But that will be.
I love the NFL playoffs.
Hey, listen, I've got TV. I've got TV up on my wall in my office there at work. There's a chance I may not even leave the office come Saturday afternoon. Who knows?
So don't go buy a car from you.
No, absolutely.
Saturdays.
Come on.
Like
Come on. I don't have to get out to go sell cars. I got
paperwork somewhere. All right, got you. With that being said, let's go to that last game here. We got the Green Bay Packers, the 7 seed, versus the Chicago Bears, and this one's really intriguing to me simply because of the division rivalry. Okay. Green Bay Packers are actually 9-7-1 and was on record with real early on Jacob Mosby stating he thought they were the best team in the NFL. Now, what's funny about this season is I think every one of our opinions have changed on who we think's the best in the NFL. Like
Yes,
4 or
it
5
has.
times because this season's been so great. But they're 4-4-1 on the road. Chicago Bears 11-6, 6-2 at home. The spread is 1.5 in the Packers' favor, guys. The matchup predictor has the Packers 54.4% with the Bears 45.6%. Mosby, what do you got for us?
So I love big Jordan Love fan. Love Jordan Love. He's been out a few games, so kind of, and then Josh Jacobs been hurt a little, banged up a little bit. Green Bay's been beat up. It's been beat up. I love Jordan Love. I just love him. But Green Bay's offense, 16th in NFL, points 16th in NFL. Defense, rush off offensive third down, they stay on the field. They're second in the NFL in third down conversions. Okay. Now their defense is ranked 12th in the NFL. Their defense is 11th in the points given up. Third down defense is mediocre, 14th, and their rush defense is 18th. Okay. They're 0-2 against the Bears. They've lost against the Bears, close games both times. Okay. Bears with them, Mr. Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, who is proven. I know a lot of people doubted him last year, proven he didn't have a bad last year. Bears offense is 6th overall in offense. Okay. 9th in points. They are 3rd in the NFL in rush offense. They run the ball. They're good at it. Okay. But now their defense, 27th overall in total yards given up, 23rd in points given up. Okay. Their offense is good on staying on the field. They're 7th in the league. Okay. And then their defense of third down conversion, not very good. They're 22nd in the league. So their defense is bad. But you know what they're good at? You know what they led the NFL in?
Turnovers.
They led the NFL in turnovers. They turn the ball over. They get the ball back. Who cares if they give up 400 yards? We're going to try to turn you over 3 times. Okay. It's a Saturday night game. Jordan Love's been out the last couple of weeks, been resting. Okay. You got Jaden Reed back. I think all the receivers are healthy. Josh Jacobs has been out for a few weeks resting. But what scares me is, what is that next to Micah Parsons' name?
I was just about to say it. Big IR.
Big IR. What scares me. And when that happened, that's what changed my opinion on how far Green Bay can go. And I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction now. I think the Bears get a big win at home, 27-24.
Okay, John, go ahead.
You know what they have this Bears defense has in common as Cowboys defense in the past? Al Harris. Al Harris is probably one of the best defensive back coaches in the NFL. The last couple of years that he was in Dallas, that's one thing that we led. We led in forced turnovers every year. Why? Because he teaches, hey, go get the football. If the ball's in the air, go get it. And that's going to be the biggest reason why, other than the run game, why the Bears are going to win this game. The other reason is you've got Trayvon Diggs on the field. You're about to get cooked. Thank you. I'm glad some other bum.
Hold on.
Some other team took him.
Didn't John argue like big arguments with us a couple years ago?
Before his knee injuries?
When we said Trayvon Diggs was awful, and he's like, no, he's the best corner in the NFL.
Before his knee injuries, you didn't want to throw his way because you didn't know if it was going to go for a tutty. Either way, because it was a pick six, an interception anyway, or he was going to get burned by 20 yards. Well, now he ain't getting the turnovers. He's just getting burned by 20 yards. So y'all can have him. Green Bay, you can have the 2 lovebirds and Parsons and Trayvon Diggs. The drama is gone. It's now in Green Bay, and it's going to stay there because, listen, the Bears are going to show you who daddy is this week, and it ain't going to be close. It's going to be 31-17. The Bears are going to absolutely cram the ball down their throat with Swift and Monungai. Caleb Williams, you could throw him in there too. And Diggs is going to get burned for 2 tutties.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make my prediction quick here. The Micah Parsons thing right there is the biggest concerning thing of everything right there is the IR. I don't know how they fared against each other this year. Oh, they split. Yeah, they split. So, but at home they beat the Packers. Was that with Parsons? When did Parsons get hurt?
Parsons got hurt against Denver.
Okay. I'm going to say the Bears. I'm actually going to say it's.
I thought the Bears swept them, but I forget that came down to the wire in that game. And
yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to say Bears win this game, and I'm actually going to say it's only going to be 23-20. 23-20 Bears. So there you have it with the first breakdown of the first round of the NFL playoffs, and it's going to be absolutely exciting. And this is probably the truest thing that I could have seen on the internet over the past week. And it's going to transition us into something. But that right there, absolutely the truest thing I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
That missed field goal, which again, I mean, listen, 18, we're going to talk about 18 years with one organization. That's a long time, guys. Maybe it is time for a fresh start, but Harbaugh's a dang good coach. I mean, he's great. But you tell me.
What a lot of the Harbaugh came down to is that his unwillingness to get rid of Todd Monken, because I guess it's coming out that Lamar wanted to change, and him and Todd Monken were at odds.
Yep.
Okay.
And John Harbaugh pretty much refusal to make that change, and this came down to an owner's decision only, and the front office was trying to talk him out of it. But the owners, and it shows you that the owner, that there's those rumors of Lamar being unhappy has been true, and the owner's going to pick his franchise quarterback over a coach.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Lamar's sticking.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I mean, the owner's making those strides and try to make sure that he stays. But so all these rumors that we've been hearing about Lamar being unhappy has been absolutely true. And then when there's been talks like, long-time NFL coach is looking for a change of scenery and things, and everybody's like, is Andy Reid going to want to leave, or is Mike Tomlin? No, the whole time it's been John Harbaugh. It's been John Harbaugh because of I guess behind the scenes, the drama that was brewing. So,
well, he's not the only one. We had a very, very interesting Black Monday, and even leading up to Black Monday. But the total number of NFL coaching openings is 7, and you have this list right here: John Harbaugh for the Ravens, Gannon for the Cardinals, Carroll for the Raiders, Stefanski, is that how you say it, for the Browns. Morris for the Falcons, DeBall for the Giants, and then Callahan for the Titans. Now, out of all of the 7 names I just mentioned for the Ravens, Cardinals, Raiders, Browns, Falcons, Giants, and Titans, which one surprised you the most?
Probably, I mean, to be honest
with you. Go ahead.
The Browns. Because like just a week before this, it looked like everything was leading towards him staying and them going with him. He's 2-time NFL Coach of the Year, but then like they fired him quick. I mean, it's just, but I don't know.
What do you think, John?
I'm going a different route, man, and I don't remember which one I was talking. I think Brian Daboll was more of a surprise for me because you go and draft a young Jackson Dart. Obviously, he starts Russell Wilson. He makes the move to Dart. They start getting things going. Then I want to say it was
Neighbors went down.
Neighbors goes down. Dart goes out with a concussion. They have to start Wilson again. They lose right there, and then they fire Daboll. Well, so at what point do these NFL executives, front office people, at what point do you realize that a young quarterback needs stability? A young quarterback has to have somebody behind them, one, who knows how to coach them, understands them, that knows how to do this. Once you start bringing other guys in, Dart may not be the next coach's guy, or they may not get along because of whatever. And that's where you start seeing, these young quarterbacks get sent off. That's why you see the Jets fail at every quarterback they've drafted for the last 10 plus years, because they don't have a stable coaching staff. They're one and done. They're two and done. They can't build a franchise. Brian Daboll's a good coach, good offensive coach. And to me, when you have a young quarterback that's excelling under him when he was healthy, you might want to give it a full year.
I think a lot of it had to do with his handling of the concussion protocol and stuff like that. Because
and that could probably be a part of it.
There was a line that supposedly he was crossing and fine walk, because they got fined, and I think he got fined for interfering with it. So I think, it just seemed like that he felt the pressure this year. And I understand that, hey, you got a stud quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. We can maybe win some games and try to save my job. I need you out there. But I think that was just wore thin right there with the Giants. But yeah, Brian Daboll's, he's good. I think the Giants, to me, Giants might be the best job on the market. Them or the Ravens.
No.
I think
you're missing one. You're missing one. And that's the other NFC South team that is now without a coach in Atlanta.
Oh, Lord, no. The Giants,
one of the best young defenses in the league. You just draft one.
I got them rated as the third best job in opening. My rating goes the Ravens, the Giants, the Falcons, the Browns, the Titans, Las Vegas, and Arizona. To me, is the worst job, because Arizona has no
idea. I feel like
idea of what they're going to do, like of quarterback wise or whatever.
If you had to tell me what their identity, if you were going to give me identity of every team, what would you say the Cardinals are? What's their identity?
They don't have. Here's the thing: they got Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay, you got a good receiver, Michael Wilson. Okay, well, you don't have no path of quarterback. You ain't got no running back. They don't got a good offensive line. So, yeah, you drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., but you ain't developed your rest of your offense around him. And I don't even know – I don't think their defense is that good. Like, I don't know if they have any really good superstars on the defensive side. They have no wonder why they've only made the playoffs 11 times in their 100-something year history.
I say that thing about the Raiders with Bowers and Genty. You've got something
you got, and then if you can get a guy in there that works with Crosby and gets him happy, you got three cornerstone guys right there. And then Trey Tucker's not a bad receiver, like the rate, and then they got the number one pick in the draft. So that's kind of a class. Now, what scares me about the Raiders is how many years in a row have they went one and done? Coach and done.
That's the stability there is scary. Now, I thought the Carroll hire was kind of goofy anyway. Simply like he's 74 years old, guys. I don't know why they have to have such extremes in the NFL. It's like you're either 35 years old or you're 74. We can't just go in the middle and pick a 48-year-old coach. But Stefanski, I've seen things that he's going to be a hot commodity.
Yes.
I think he'll be the first coach hired.
He wants the Giants job. I think it's just now.
I think he's great, man.
I think he's a great coach. I just think that organization, the ownership, and the GM to me should have been the one fired with the contracts that they gave out to Deshaun Watson. They kind of handcuffed him a bit on the quarterback situation.
Now, I will say this, and you kind of dismissed them pretty quick, but I do partially agree here with John on the Falcons. They have first of all, they're in a division they could win if they get the right guy in. Okay. Number two, you got to figure out, is Penix the guy? He got hurt, but I still have an affinity for Kirk Cousins. I think he's a great backup. But you got Bijan Aljair as your freaking number 2 running back. Drake London. And then Pitts actually played pretty well there.
He's had a good year.
Played great. Next Kansas City tight end. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and then they do got some young pieces there on the defensive side that could turn into something.
I got them ranked 3rd on the best,
which is good.
Third is good. Because I got the Ravens ranked number 1 because the Ravens got a Kyle
Yeah.
Hamilton, they got a Zay Flowers, they got a
Yeah,
Derrick
you gotta say
Henry,
that. Yeah,
they got a
Absolutely.
good offense line. You got Lamar Jackson,
and their division's winnable.
and then I put the Giants at number 2 because I think with Dart, Cam Scanaboo, and Neighbors, they got a great young core.
Shoot,
on,
Dark surprised us.
and then they got a good defensive line. They got a good defensive line.
They've got a
Brian
good defensive
Burns.
front. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't in the first round go get a running partner for Neighbors in a, Tate or
Cordell
whatever
Tate or Tyson.
And I mean, dude, I'm just telling you, the Giants have some studs, and that is a very attractive job. And I tell you what,
well.
Brian Burns is a man among men.
Can you imagine if Panthers still had him?
Oh, that would definitely help.
I think we miss him more than Moore, to be honest with you.
I
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised if John Harbaugh does not take a job this year.
Oh,
and this is where I think John Harbaugh will end up being the guy in Atlanta.
Really? I don't know if that's a good. Well, now their owner.
I mean,
we definitely push for that.
Because I'm like 18 years. Does he want a break? But I say that, but then Andy Reid was tired and exhausted, and then he got fired, and then he went to Kansas City, and then he was about to getting tired and exhausted, and then he met Pat Mahomes. So could be a change of scenery for Harbaugh, and he could go to one of these teams rejuvenated.
Listen,
if I'm Harbaugh, I call Cleveland and say, let's go get it done. Let me go against the Ravens twice a year.
Man, but it's just it's so tough to take that Cleveland job because of just the history of it, man. So the Falcons job, I'm sitting there going, okay, guys, they just went 8-9, just like the Buccaneers, just like the Panthers. They got some pieces. Harbaugh could come in there. I mean, my God, you could go 9-8 and be in the conversation in the South.
Yeah.
You don't think Harbaugh could do that with the Falcons, 10-7? That might be smart, John. But what do you think, Raheem Morris? What do you think of Raheem Morris?
I don't know if he gets.
I think he'll.
I don't know if he gets another opportunity anywhere.
I think he'll end up as a defensive coordinator.
Okay. Yep. Where do you think?
Listen,
Dallas.
I said it. If Dallas don't get the guy that I want, I think Raheem Morris and Jim Schwartz will be the other two guys they call.
Well, John, I don't know if you're going to get the guy you want because his name is connected to that Vegas job.
Carroll's got to be done, right?
Yeah,
Carroll's done.
I mean, come on, guys.
Jonathan Gannon will go back and be a coordinator.
Yeah.
Skansky will have
another
a job.
Guy who could be a defensive coordinator.
Skansky will have a job if he wants it. Harbaugh will have a job if he wants it. Daboll, if I'm one of these other teams, I might be giving Brian Daboll a call.
So if you had the most confident prediction for where a coach goes that just got released, that's going to be a head coach, who would it be and where?
Giants with Kevin Stefanski.
I mean, that's probably one of the better ones because I think out of the 7 coaches who were just fired, I think there's really only 2 guys that get a call for a head coaching gig, and that's going to be Harbaugh and Stefanski. And Harbaugh's done said he's not taking any calls until next week. So
he's already got it.
Oh, absolutely. Teams will wait on him, but I think you'll see Stefanski in New York. I think Tennessee's already got their guy. I think they're going to end up hiring McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I read that today.
I think that's who they're going to be. I know you just mentioned that, goodness gracious, I'm just drawing a blank that
Vegas is connected with Brian Flores.
Connected with Flores. But I think the one thing about it is not a lot of teams, and I've been obviously watching the Brian Flores trail right now. Not a lot of teams are reaching out because people are still questioning a lot of things that went on in Miami. And I'm hoping, that it's true because even if we only get him for a year or two of Brian Flores in Dallas.
What makes you think he wants to leave Minnesota if he don't get a head coaching job?
Well, and I asked myself that same question, but there was a podcast I was watching, and a guy made one of the greatest points that, I mean, I've heard is, okay, so Brian Flores had a great year in Minnesota. The defense has been great, or the last couple of years in Minnesota, they've been good. Right now, he's not getting a lot of calls for head coaching jobs, and he hadn't before. What is one job that you could take to prove to somebody that, hey, I can still run a defense, yes, but I can also run an organization. Not only one, would Dallas not pay him what he wants? They'd write the check for it right now, because Jerry Jones knows now he needs to go get a legit defensive coordinator. So they will pay him the money. But with the questions in the air right now with Schottenheimer, now I think as a rookie head coach, and with everything he was faced, he did a great job. I like how he handles the press conferences, and I like what he says, and I like what he's done so far. But is he the guy? Can you say, Brian Flores, here, 2 years, how much, 3 years, whatever you want, and whether Schottenheimer makes it or not, you could be the next guy in line, or it could be he just took this defense to a top-level defense, took them to the playoffs. Dallas made a deep run, and he's now put his name on top of the list for everybody to see. Everybody's going to go pay him.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there's a chance Dallas gets him. I think he takes a head coach.
I don't think there is either.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If either gets a head coaching job or stays in Minnesota.
He won't. I don't think he'll stay in Minnesota, and there's multiple reasons, but I think if he don't get a head coaching job and Jerry Jones wants to pay him, he will go to Dallas.
I think he's going to be head coach this next year. I think somebody's going to take him on. So,
and if he does, like I said, I would like to see Raheem Morris. He's good.
Yeah. So we're going to move on, because we have got to look at our preseason predictions. We made these predictions at the beginning of the NFL season, and this is how we predicted every standing to come out. And man, there are some laughable, and I mean laughable, looking records here. What stands out here? Just off the top.
John picking the Titans to win the AFC South.
God, and that's what we discussed. I don't even know how that happened. I went back and looked. I'm like, what in the flip?
Well, and then all of us picked Baltimore to run away with it. That didn't happen. All of us picked Cincinnati to have good records. That didn't happen. Okay. I mean, me and you picked Houston to win that division. I mean, and we both had Jaguars finishing. I had Jaguars finishing 11-6.
You was the closest.
Yeah, closest. I mean, not bad. Now I had the Raiders finishing second in that division. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I will openly admit that was awful.
I had the Chiefs 14-3.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that. Okay. we all had San Fran and the Rams having good records, but where were we at on the Seahawks?
I was 9-8.
I mean,
so was Ben.
Then look at us on the Bears. We were not high on the Bears either.
I nailed the Niners on the head, didn't I? 12-5.
Yeah, 12-5. John picked New England to go 5-12. Oh boy,
Mosby, you had the Niners 12-5 too.
Yeah, I think I even said if we can go back, I have the Niners winning a lot of games and making the playoffs because of the schedule they had lined up, because they played either last place or third place schedule. And I even said they're going to make a run, but they're not going to win a division, and they'll probably be one and done in the playoffs. But I had them making the playoffs.
When I put the Patriots 9-8, I thought I was really overdoing it. I was like, whoa, 9-8. I don't know. It shattered those. I had the Commanders 11-6.
Hey, I think I had the NFC East standings correct.
Yeah, besides the records, besides those 11 wins.
Dallas 11-6.
You had them 5-12, John, or Ben. What I have Dallas at?
I can't see because you didn't do it right. 9-8.
9-8. So close. I mean,
well, let's look at our favorite teams. Let's see how we did with our predictions on. Oh, that's right. I won that.
You
8-9 on the dot.
hit it on the head.
On the dot. John was 11. So what they actually finish? What the Cowboys actually?
7 something and 1.
Dang, Ben,
17 and 1.
you were not high on the Giants, and rightfully so.
What did they finish? What was the record?
3 wins.
I think they won 4 games.
Or 4? Did they win 4?
Yeah, I missed on this. Yeah,
I think I got it right.
I missed on the Saints big time. Only had them winning 2 games. And Mosby only had them winning 1. I thought I was the low.
I had them winning 5.
And I think they won 6, didn't they?
So out of the AFC, out of the last place teams, I hit 6 out of 8 on the last place teams. Just those Bears and those Chargers did not finish last.
Oh man, what do you guys have the Bears? I had 6 and 11.
I had 8 and 9.
It looks
John
like
was the closest. 4 and 12.
looks like I had them 5 and 12. Yeah,
John was the closest on that one. Okay. Me and John both we all had the Lions 12 and 5. Look at us.
we were all high on Buffalo, and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Um,
John nailed Buffalo on the head, didn't he? Didn't they go 11 and 6?
No, they're 12 and 5.
Oh, you did. You nailed Buffalo.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're
Yeah. So
high on the Bengals. Which, if Joe Burrow wouldn't have missed all those games, Bengals probably would have won that division. I'll be honest with you.
So look at this. I nailed the Falcons and the Panthers. If I would have took some wins away from the Bucks and gave them to the Saints, I would have been pretty stinking close to getting that one right on the head. Man, how about that? So, I want to see would you pick the Chargers and the Broncos, Mosby?
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
hold on, let's say 5 and 12.
Hey,
My
Blind look at me and John.
Blind squirrel runs into a nut every now and then. Now, John, you can say because you still pick the Chiefs and win the freaking division, so hush.
So look at that. I thought John had picked
a statement.
I thought John had picked the Broncos ahead of the Chargers. He actually picked the Chargers.
No, he picked.
If
he
you
picked
if you remember right, though, I did have a disclaimer, and I mean, you just have to go back and listen.
Well,
we can't find that video.
You picked them 10 and 7. Yeah, we can find a video where you talk about the
We've
Titans
looked.
pick. Where you picked up, where you picked your Titans. When you talk about your Titans pick there.
Hey, listen.
So okay, let's do this.
Listen, what's worse, the Titans or
the That's what I was
the Raiders?
What is worse, either you picking the Titans to win that division or me picking the Raiders?
I was going to say, of all of our picks, what are the top 3 worst decisions combined from just all of us?
Well, there's 2 of them right there.
The Titans and Raiders.
Okay,
and then all of us on our prediction of the Chicago Bears.
I was 8 and 9. I was close.
Well, what would be something worse? I mean,
Titans pick. I mean,
you could say me and Mosby picking the Ravens 13 and 4.
Yeah,
I mean, I had them 12 and 5.
Yeah,
that wasn't very good.
Probably, probably that AFC North is pretty bad on our picks.
Okay, wow, man, isn't that fun?
That's interesting.
That's fantastic, guys. Unbelievable. So there you go. Wow, we've got to do that every year. That was fantastic.
Oh, I like it. That was cool.
That if Mosby will just do it right. So
we need to do an MLB prediction too. I mean,
God, that would take forever.
No, just we ain't picking every game. We're just gonna pick.
Can you imagine?
Pick our predictions. We'll just send it in to you as a screenshot or something where we think they're going to finish and playoffs and stuff like that. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
We ain't picking 162 games. One of my favorite facts is still on MLB is that a married couple did it by hand for so many years.
I love it. They did a small little documentary on it, and it was great, man. They'd sit in their living room and just fight. And so, all right, we're going to move on to the college football playoff here. We have, I mean, you could not have convinced me at the beginning of the year if you would have told me, hey, here's my prediction for the semifinals. It's going to be the Indiana Hoosiers, the Oregon Ducks, the Ole Miss Rebels, and the Miami Hurricanes. I would have said, you need to get out of my house. There's no way that's happening. But yet, here we are. The Indiana Hoosiers facing the Oregon Ducks again, a rematch, and then the Ole Miss Rebels versus the Miami Hurricanes. Initial thoughts here, boys.
So only one team that got a first round bye is in the semifinals. All these other teams played in the first round, and I'm pretty sure all the other teams that got a bye, the other three, they struggled. They didn't play good at all. Ohio State, who else got a bye? Georgia didn't play well. I mean, Texas Tech looked awful. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm pretty sure last year teams that got a bye didn't perform well either. I mean, I know how Ohio State ended up winning it, but I mean, it's just maybe playing that first week ain't so bad.
Yeah. So these games are actually one is tomorrow.
Tomorrow and then Friday. Yep.
Yeah, Ole Miss and Miami is tomorrow. So let's start there. Let's start with Miami and Ole Miss. We have let me pull it up here. We have Miami is favored 3.5. Okay. And Miami's 12-2. Ole Miss is 13-1. We've heard all the talk about the coaches back and forth with LSU. That talk's been going on forever. I know you guys kind of like Miami. I'm personally rooting for Ole Miss because of that. But regardless, we have Miami at 57.1 matchup predictor and Ole Miss at a 42.9% prediction for the ESPN analytics. So, you have anything?
I think Miami's defense is just too much for them. Their defense is so good, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if they ride it all the way to a national championship. But I think the run for Ole Miss ends, and then but Miami's defense, like I said, you could argue should they have been in or not, blah blah blah. But me and this is one of the predictions that me and John said at the beginning of the year that kind of stuck in college football. We said Miami's going to be one of the better teams in college football with one of the best defenses, and it's showing out right now.
Mm-hmm. Right up there with your Clemson prediction.
Yeah,
John, what do you got?
Clemson and LSU too. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're 33% on those three, so I'm cool with that. But listen, I have to agree with Mosby. This Miami defense, I think it's going to be too much, and even that offense, man. You look at what Fletcher's done. Tony is he's like the Army Swiss knife of the offense. That kid is an absolute stud. Just hope that he can keep it together longer than his brother did. I'm just telling you, this Messidor kid on the defensive line, one of the edge rushers, this dude, I'm hoping in the third.
He's not even their best player, Ruben Bain. Maybe a future Kansas City Chief, Ruben Bain.
I've been digging into these draft prospects and mock drafts, and I'm hoping Messidor is there third, fourth round. Because he's one guy that I would like to see Dallas get. He is an absolute animal on the end. But yeah, I think Ole Miss's little fairy tale comes to an end, and I think Miami wins pretty big.
So I think the true X factor of this entire thing, and you can say many different directions on this. I think the true X factor is the broad experience that Carson Beck has in the college football game. He started 41 games in his college football career.
A lot of games.
That goes a long ways. I mean, that goes, and I know Chambliss has been in, but he's not played the high level. Beck was sitting there at Georgia just balling out. And I'm not necessarily saying he's the best quarterback in the entire nation, but I'm just saying that experience takes you a long ways as far as camaraderie with your teammates and getting down, getting them back up. It means a lot. I mean, it means a lot. So it's tough to pick against Beck. I always try to pick without my heart in it, but I'm going to flip that. I'm going to pick with my heart in it. I'm going to say Ole Miss upsets them. I don't know. I think Miami's definitely the better team.
I'd say.
And Miami's got the X factor, that freaking dog that they got on the sideline of Michael Irvin.
That's what I was about to say. I cannot wait to see him take that belt off and just absolutely wear the cooler out.
When they showed him and then Ray Lewis got in the frame, I was done. I was
Oh,
like,
well,
oh,
I mean, you've got
the stance that
Irvin, you got
Michael
Lewis,
Irvin will get into, and I was
and
like, oh
Ed
my Lord.
Reed. You've got all those dudes on the sideline, bro.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, that Michael Irvin's got to be 60 years old. And I'm sorry, that dude still having a six-pack is absolutely unreal. I don't care.
yeah.
That dude is an animal. And if I got him running up and down the sideline like he has been, pumping these players up, there is nobody telling me that
Now,
these guys aren't playing for something.
People are going
or
to
somebody.
You do not want me picking, because I went 0-4 last round. So just saying, I'm so sorry, Ole Miss. I really am. I apologize, but I'm going to pick Ole Miss, and I'm going to say it's going to be a. I don't know why I always go to 27, but I'm going to say it's going to be a 27-24 game. Ole Miss is going to win. What's your score predictions?
I got Miami winning 21-14.
Man,
That defense is good.
I'm just telling you, I think it's going to be 34-21 Miami.
34-21. Okay. There you have it. So we have 2-1 for the Miami Hurricanes. Let's transition to the Oregon Ducks versus the Indiana Hoosiers. And we have a 3.5 spread for the Indiana Hoosiers. They are 14-0. The Oregon Ducks are 13-1. Who's that only lost to? Forget.
Indiana.
That's right. That's right. I still remember game day being there. I remember Pat McAfee getting up and picking the Hoosiers, and I thought, you are an idiot. What are you doing? The Ducks are going to run it. And we saw that definitely did not happen. The matchup predictor, look at this. 70.4% for Indiana, 29.6% for the Ducks. What do you guys think?
Well, Oregon has a big injury. Their true freshman running back, who I think led them in rushing touchdowns and stuff, broke his clavicle. He's out. I think that's just a big thing, big injury for them on part of their offense. Indiana's defense is just unbelievable too. I think. I mean, or is this one? Is this a Fiesta Bowl or is this the Peach Bowl?
This is the Peach Bowl, I believe. Yes.
So Oregon's got to go farther across country
at Atlanta.
At Atlanta. It's in a dome, so really no weather's not going to be an issue. College football does it right. These big games are played indoors. Like I said a couple weeks ago, where I'd be okay with every Super Bowl being indoors, take the weather out of it. Yeah. I think the run for Kurt Cinetti and the Indiana Hoosiers continues, and I think they win. This one, I don't think it's going to be as close. I think it's going to be like a 27-13 game.
Ooh, John.
What'd I say? Kurt Cignetti is the best coach in college football and will be the reason that they win the national championship. And what do they have to do to get there? They're about to beat Oregon. Sorry, Ducks. Duck season's over. That's just it. Duck season
it's actually open until January 31st, but go ahead.
Listen, no, it's over now. Done. Call it quits. It's over. Fernando Mendoza and Kurt Cignetti lead this team to another victory. And like Mosby said, I don't even think it's close. I think it's going to be a 28-17. I mean, it could be even bigger, but I'm going to go with 28-17 victory for Indiana.
And true words of one of my favorite quotes you ever said, Ben, from your brother, F the Ducks.
He would just told that story again when I was over there, and I was so mad. John would appreciate that. It was leaving Norman, and OSU just beat us in 2001 or whenever it was when they weren't supposed to. 2002.
Rashawn Woods.
Yeah, Rashawn Woods in the end zone, and we were leaving. The OSU fans were mouthing off, and I said, "Well, at least the Ducks won." And he did not like that at all.
F the Ducks, Ben.
He said F the Ducks. It was very common.
That was Aussie Poe guy, I think, at quarterback there.
Poe guy.
Les Miles led Cowboys.
Oh man, is Whittington? Is he the one that's hurt?
No, I think it's another guy. I think he had like 10 rushing touchdowns or something for him.
I got you. Well,
unless Whittington's a true freshman, click on him.
He's senior.
No, yes, they have another good back. That was their true freshman.
Okay.
Broke his collarbone in that game.
All right, got you. All right. Okay, so Indiana. You guys both picked Indiana,
and we both picked Miami.
And it's tough. It's tough. I mean, cursing that every time he talks, he's just so methodical the way he talks. It's beautiful. I mean, it just is.
Hold on. What's our record? What's our record? Not too bad.
He's hilarious, man. He is so funny. But Dan Lanning gets his big win this week, and Oregon Ducks beat the Indiana Hoosiers. Dan Lanning shows that he should be considered one of the top coaches. The Oregon Ducks beat the Indiana Hoosiers, and it's going to be, you guessed it, 27 to 24. The Oregon Ducks.
Quack quack.
Mark it down. Mark it down. Well, just real quick, I want you to touch base here, John. Kind of give us an update on what you are hearing in the transfer portal.
Oh my goodness. I put out a video the other day, and man, in Stillwater, the Oklahoma State Cowboys have cleaned North Texas's roster, for one. I think right now on 24/7 Sports, we're sitting at the number 2nd best team behind Penn State in the recruiting class. Man,
Penn State's cleaned Iowa State's roster.
Iowa State's roster, yes. But I'm just telling you, with the receivers that we, being able to get them and Caleb Hawkins along with Mestamaker, and we've gone as far as getting a couple of their deep offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Oklahoma State, they just had to recruit, a transfer from OU, big offensive lineman, kid from Kansas. Listen, they are cleaning house in the portal for Stillwater. We've got some talent coming. I sent the text, I think, to Ben last night, and maybe to both of you guys. I said,
both.
Eric Morris and this coaching staff is slowly restoring the hope in Oklahoma State football for me, because I have, since the portal and NIL, we have not seen anything like this in Stillwater. But we've also never had 60 players enter the portal from our current roster. So when you sit there and you look at, we got 1 5-star, 1 5-star, 2 4-stars, and then I think 16. I can't see that. 16 3-stars. They are absolutely just
26 transfer commits. That's crazy.
Those Sooners aren't doing too bad in the portal either.
No, they are not.
They're picking some
Texas Tech is doing good.
Indiana, I saw where Mark Cuban donated money to Indiana.
Yes,
but Indiana just got their next quarterback.
Who did?
Indiana did.
Who'd they get?
Goodness gracious. I just lost it. Hold on, where's it at? He will be Josh Hoover out of TCU.
Well, Tech got theirs. The number 1 quarterback in the portal.
God, paid him what? What was it? They paid him
a lot of money. Tell you, Texas Tech ain't going nowhere, because they got bukus of oil money to throw at it. They're not going anywhere.
I wonder, and obviously we've had this conversation about Stillwater and Oklahoma State and Gundy and the portal, and I wonder how much of this was actually there and how much Gundy was actually bucking, because I said, John, I mean, obviously for years you can't say, I say years, the last couple of years, you can't sit there and say they're going to let him not do that when they have all this money.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, they would have forced him out.
I think him and Dabo were in the same boat. They were like, we're not conforming to this.
As much as you love Gundy, I think it was all him.
I still do. And
he was not wanting to change. He was wanting it to be his way, blah, blah, blah. So instead of just going out on your terms like Nick Saban has been and other coaches, he's stuck to it. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I don't want to do the NIL stuff. Well, that's the day and age of college football, and I think that's why the the organization said, no,
Now,
you're gone. We got to change.
You look at this tweet here by Jay Book, and according to New York Times, here's the cost of doing business in the portal this year. Look at this, guys. This went. I think this is just from last year to this year. $1 million last year to $4 million as a quarterback. $600,000 to $1.3 million for an offensive tackle, and of course they all vary here. You're talking about the elites, right? Running backs is in the $400,000 to $900,000 range. Wide receivers $500,000 to $1 million. Unless you're Cam Coleman, I heard he's looking for $2 million. Tight ends $300,000 to $900,000.
Pay him OU.
Mm-hmm. Edge rushers $500,000 to $2 million, depending on the one. Interior D line $500,000 to $1.5 million. Corners $250,000 to $1 million. Safeties $250,000 to $900,000. What are we? I've heard numerous things that what they're going to have to do. Are they going to have to do a salary cap in college?
They're going to have
to do something because
they're going to have to. Yeah, they're going to have to set a standard of like a 20. I know I've heard it the last couple of years thrown around $25 million per team.
Well, I mean, each year. So who was it? Dirk Cutter, offensive coordinator. He literally. I mean, he's ready to be done with college football. Done. He was like, "You're telling me we're going to hire some kid who's not done anything? We're going to pay this kid to come play football and pay him more than you're paying me to coach him? Like, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Like, I'm out." And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get guys that's not even going to want to coach college football because it's getting that ridiculous. I mean, for crying out loud. Now, Drew Mestamaker is an absolute, I mean, he's a stud. Oklahoma State just paid him $7 million over 2 years, $3.5 million a year to play quarterback.
You hope he's going to be a stud because it is a step up in competition.
No, 100%. No, I mean, you're right. And that's always a chance you take. But it's like, you just paid him $7 million over 2 years to play quarterback, which is a lot of money, especially for a school like Oklahoma State. But my Lord,
all this NIL stuff, and maybe I shouldn't say this because you're not a true fan, blah blah blah. But because of the NIL, unless OU is relevant, I really don't follow. I'm not going to be really watching college football like I used to back in the days. It's just. Yeah, it's just not the same or whatever. And then, but people say, "Well, you watch the NFL and they get paid or whatever." It's just different. It's just like you just said, like Dirk Cutter says, like we're going to pay a guy this, and I mean, you got guys getting paid more than NFL rookies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like that's why I think they need to go to a standard, like hey, no, this is how much you can get, blah blah blah, and make them sign contracts because you just had. Washington's quarterback.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Signed the deal and then transferred out. Now Washington's taking him to court. Like, hey, we need to get this money back, blah, blah, blah.
What was the thing with the Missouri and the Georgia defensive lineman? Or was it Georgia that there was battling? There was a defensive lineman that went to Missouri and kind of the same thing. Georgia was suing this player.
Yeah. They get their money back. I mean,
I was watching a video earlier and I'm going to reference him here. I mean, I've talked about him several times, but to you being in our conversations, but there's a guy that I follow, Rico knows. And if you want to learn about college football and the NIL and all this stuff, go listen to some of the stuff he talks about. This dude is very knowledgeable, but he was talking, there was a young guy, NAI. I mean, he was a small, maybe a D2 quarterback who, as a true freshman, just absolutely lit up the football field. I mean, set all kinds of records. I think it set like the all-time passing yards record or whatever for this college that he was at as a true freshman. Has all the ability in the world, could probably play another year, do the same, and then transfer up and get a starting gig. No, right now what he's doing is he just visited Notre Dame, who has their starting quarterback in play for the next 3 years. So this kid's potentially going to leave his college that he's at currently to go play or, potentially be a backup quarterback at Notre Dame and get paid millions of dollars to never step foot on the field.
So, yeah, sign me up.
It's just,
that's
crazy.
That's what it's coming to. And it's absolutely crazy because like he said, this kid could go on and be like the all-time leading everything for this college, become an all-time great there, be able to transfer out, go start, maybe become an NFL draft pick. Now you're going to set a record for 1 year, potentially transfer to Notre Dame and become a nobody.
Yeah. So what I found myself doing is it's just completely different, separate part of the offseason, right? You have your traditional recruiting, which I don't even pay much attention to anymore because of the transfer portal. But now that it's like a whole nother section. Like, it's exciting to see who we're getting, but you just got to know that you're going to lose too. You know, it's just like, oh my God, yeah. Of course, us as fans, somebody comes in, oh yeah, we got this linebacker. Okay, what's he going to do? Oh, we got this defensive lineman. Oh, we lost a defensive lineman. It's a weird feeling right now as a fan. And I hope they can put some limits or figure some things out. But I will tell you this. OU has done an incredible job building a front office. And I mean, I've heard there's rumors that talk about their front office could rival some NFL front offices with the guys they got in. And it's kind of showing right now because it's very methodical, the moves they are making. And the guys they are bringing in, you could tell it's kind of like a Sam Presti situation with the Thunder of they're rebuilding their roster. But if you don't have that, you're going to be in trouble, I think. And it's just weird to say college needs front offices. But if you're going to put a salary cap on it, you're going to have to build a front office, a whole other entity inside your college program. But if you can do that, maybe it could be exciting. Maybe it could be fun. But it's still, we're going to be old and we're going to sit there and go, you remember back in the day when those college athletes, they played just to get a scholarship, you know? It's just weird that you can't get attached. That's why I didn't like college basketball, because you could never, you'd get a really top stud player on your basketball team. One and done. You couldn't build a fandom around them. It's kind of the same thing now with football. I used to love it when they had to stay 3 years.
Yeah.
Because you knew you're going to build a fan. You're going to have this dude. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know, guys.
I mean, I'm sitting here watching Oklahoma State, everything they're bringing in. Now they've lost a lot of talent too. And one guy that I wish would just open his eyes and say, hey, never mind, I'm going back. And that's Wendell Gregory. I mean, the kid is a true freshman, just played, put up some really good stats. But like looking at what he's potentially maybe going to Georgia Tech, I'm like, what are you talking? All because one of our ex-defensive coaches went and he's an assistant there. I'm like, what are you going to win at Georgia Tech? What is that going to do for you? Now you could go and be good and go to the NFL draft. Well, you can do the same in Stillwater.
Well,
you can do that.
They did go 9-4 this year, John, and I think they were competing for the ACC title.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about the ACC too, and Georgia Tech has been relevant. Since when? I mean, not very. They got a more recent national championship than OSU. So okay, that's fine. But you see what they're building in Stillwater, and we can't deny the talent that's being brought in. You're telling me, and most of everybody they're bringing in is freshman, sophomore. We've got a couple juniors. Pair him with those guys. Oh my Lord, they could be good. What
I'll say is he's doing a great job of bringing in people. What you had to do because you cleared your whole coaching staff. But then again,
the portal.
Going from North Texas, what conference they played in? Conference USA or whatever?
The MAC or what?
Right. Okay. Going from that conference to the Big 12.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a big step up. We saw it with John Mateer. John Mateer put up great numbers at Washington State. Well, going from Washington State to the SEC, he was a middle of the pack quarterback at the SEC. Now, a lot of that might have had to do with his thumb surgery and stuff like that. But, going from those low conferences, yes, it works out for a lot. But I'm not saying it's not going to work out. But to me, it's to be determined. I understand as an OSU fan, be excited because of what you went through the last couple of years. But it's still to be determined.
There's question marks all over the players that's being brought in. I mean, obviously Caleb Hawkins just rushed for 1,400 yards, had almost 400 in receiving yards. I mean, is he going to get almost 2,000 total yards? Last time we saw that,
why didn't OSU recruit him out of high school?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The kid was just right down the road at Shawnee. We didn't get him then, but there's a lot of those guys. We just brought a corner from Tulsa that played 2 years at Texas Tech or 3 years at Texas Tech. He's coming back to play, and he played, some pretty crucial snaps for Texas
one
Tech.
One of your poll guys, we got to correct you because he did play high school football. Your quarterback.
Mr. Megger, he played like 2 games.
He played. He played.
That one comment got you.
Yeah. You said he didn't play at all. I even went back and
he played like, 2 games as a freshman. That's irrelevant. Listen,
he played.
Listen, if you tell me I played 2 games at quarterback, do you think I'm going to play college anywhere? No, not no quarterback. Nah. I mean, you don't see that at all.
Yeah, it's interesting times for sure in college football. And, I guess it can be exciting when the season's going on. It's exciting, but they definitely got to get some stipulations on that. They're going to have to really lock that down. But this is the last thing we're going to do today. We're going to start wrapping it up, but we are going to do an activity. Okay. And we're actually going to allow our people on our social medias, they're going to give us feedback on what they think, who chose the best here. They're going to choose the lineup that is the best. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to do a draft. We're going to do a beverage refreshment draft. Okay. So you're going to pick 5. Your team's going to be filled with 5 refreshments or beverages in general. And then we're going to see and you're going to give your points of why you picked this beverage. Okay. Why it should be in your lineup. And then we're going to let our people that are watching our social medias choose, which lineup is the best, which one takes the championship. Okay. Now the draft order is actually going to be, oldest to youngest, which means John will get the first pick.
Are we doing a snake draft?
It's a snake draft. It is a snake draft. Okay. So John, beverage draft, give me your number 1 pick and you explain to me why you picked that.
Hands down. My number 1 is Coca-Cola.
Okay. Why?
Well, to me, it's got a little bit of personal deal there too, because when growing up, my granny, anytime I'd go to her house, she'd have 2 things. Well, 3 really, but the 2 main things was can of Coke in the refrigerator, always cold. She had the little grandma strawberry candies, and there was always homemade peanut brittle in the ice box. So I knew going to Granny's house, I was going to have all 3 of those. But man, Coca-Cola, there's nothing better than a cold Coke, and it doesn't matter if it's out of a can or a bottle or McDonald's fountain.
Okay,
I'm just telling you, McDonald's fountain Coke is the best.
That McDonald's Coke does hit.
That slaps. There's nothing better.
It does hit. Now, interesting enough, could you tell the difference between Coke or Pepsi if you tasted it?
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, have you seen the Pepsi documentary on Netflix?
No, I have not.
It's really good. You need to watch it, and it's about the guy. Speaking
of watching stuff, did you ever watch John Wick, John?
No, I have not.
Oh my God, who are you? So anyway, they took a lot of the former executives of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and they did the test on them. You would be surprised how many of them missed it.
I'd nail it.
I don't know. Well, I'm going to take my draft pick here, and I am so glad you, Pat. This is like, what would this be the equivalent of this be? It'd be like if when he's doing a fantasy baseball draft, and you left Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani in there, and you
just write down Dr. Pepper,
and you picked Gunnar Henderson as what we're kind of doing here. No, it's not even Dr. Pepper, John. This is the GOAT, refreshment, the GOAT refreshment drink.
He's about to
of all time. Don't say it, Mosby. Don't ruin it, Mosby. Don't ruin it. It's the GOAT. You literally, John, cannot live without water. You can't live without water. How is that not your number 1 pick?
Hey, listen, that's all I drink. But I'm going with the people.
I've already won this competition by picking water.
There's nothing better than when you get done mowing
that's all I drink
or whatever. Oh, I want that nice ice glass of ice water.
Listen, you can do all the variations of Coke you want, cherry Coke, all that, but they create so many different types of water, so many different water bottling companies. I mean, literally you have to have. I mean, water bottle makers have made a career off people just filling water bottles up and carrying it to school, to work, whatever. It's water. Water is the GOAT. Water just won me this competition. Mosby, what's your first pick?
Which would be the second to water, sweet tea. Sweet tea, nice, refreshing, just got that good flavor to it. I mean,
now are you sugar grains in your teeth? Sweet tea?
I'm sugar baby, sugar down, and that's going to lead to my second pick. If I love the sugar, is Kool-Aid made the old school way, baby. Old school in the sink, dump that sugar in, just nothing better. Okay. Nothing better. Just I'm old school way. Sweet tea, Kool-Aid, give me all the diabetes, all the sugar you want.
Now, what kind of flavor any flavor for Kool-Aid? It's sugar that makes it.
Grape.
Yeah, sugar's the one that makes it.
Oh, you mix them.
Sweet tea, I want that sucker like I'm going into a diabetic coma.
Yes.
The one overrated sweet tea in this world that people love is McAllister's. They love McAllister's sweet tea, and I'll drink it and go, man, it's okay. But then you give me a Chicken Express sweet tea, stop. Chicken Express sweet tea, you all can keep everything else. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. John, what's your favorite sweet tea?
Red Diamond. That's all.
That's okay.
That's all we drink.
Okay.
I like Milo.
All right. Now, this next one, I could go two different ways here, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go this route. Simply because I've already taken my one here. I've already won the competition with water, but I am going to go.
I knew you would have that on your list.
Chocolate milk. Now, just like my sweet tea, my chocolate milk has to. I mean, it has to be brown, and you gotta be just. I mean, as Justin used to say, yeah. Look, you got chocolate with a little bit of milk. That's exactly right, because he used to make, and he probably still does this. He would make his chocolate milk. He'd put tons of milk and put like a splash of chocolate. Wouldn't even change colors. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not chocolate milk. Why did I pick chocolate milk? Not only do I like it, where do you drink? When you grew up, where did you drink chocolate milk at?
I'm going to be making a confession here. I cannot stand chocolate milk.
Okay, where do people drink chocolate milk at though when they're growing up?
At home.
Thank you. What'd you say, Mosby?
School.
At school. They literally have a chocolate milk carton. And when it runs out, kids riot. They riot. Chocolate milk is my number 2. I've already won this competition. I'll continue playing, though, for you guys. So, John, go ahead. Drink number 2.
I'm going to go. Oh, of course, Tracy chimes in. Milo's tea. No. Red Diamond.
Milo's, Tracy. Milo's. Yeah, baby.
Gatorade.
Okay. I can get behind that. What flavor?
I like the light blue, the ice, whatever, and the light blue, and then the white one.
What else? Reason why'd you pick Gatorade here?
Hey, Lenny. No, I mean that's what. Also, I mean, playing on the baseball field, whatever it was Gatorade.
They all taste the same to me.
Okay. I'm just Gatorade.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, in athletics, when you're all hot and sweaty, Gatorade does hit pretty well. And you can even get fountain Gatorade. It tastes really good. The Sonic Blue Powerade slush? Oof.
Yeah.
All right, John, do you have a third drink here?
A&W root beer. And it has to be A&W. There is no Bargs. There is no nothing. It's straight A&W root beer.
So, no. Is it in the bottle or are you talking about from the tap?
I'm talking bottle.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, John, you picked the wrong A&W root beer. It's got to be
No.
from the
In
tap.
the bottle, you go
No.
to A&W and you
You
get
go
it
to
in the
A and
cold mug.
you go to A&W and you get it from the tap the old-fashioned way. You made the wrong choice
No.
from the freaking
And-
bottle.
Babe,
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry. I
Lord.
don't drink your Milo's tea. Anytime I drink tea is when Mom buys it, and it's Red Diamond. Thank you.
I hate root beer.
Oh,
I'm not
I
gonna
hate
go with that.
Bargs. I hate it, but there is, a ice cold
John,
bottle of
have you had
A&W
it?
root beer.
Have you had it from the restaurant?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and I'll
Then
drink
how
the crap
you
out of it
then
too.
how you drinking a bottle? If
To me,
you've
they
had it
both
from the
taste the
restaurant?
same.
No, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right, so I'm going to dip into my I've got to dip in here, guys. I've got to dip in here and get this because, well, it's a staple. I mean, it's what I consist of about 89% of this. I've got to go Dr. Pepper. I've got to go ahead and put it on my list. Got to go ahead and draft Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
My favorite pop. People go freak out. I said pop online. I'm sure it's not pop. It's soda. I'm going to go Dr. Pepper. Just because it's my favorite. I like Dr. Pepper Zero. I like the strawberry Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. So that's what I'm going with. What's your third pick here?
So I'm going off the wall and cereal milk.
What flavor though?
Oh, it don't matter, John. Just milk after you eat the cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles. I mean, Frosted Flakes. You just sit there tell you, that's part. I love eating cereal, but to me, that's the best part. Is just
I'm just gonna put
Yeah.
milk because when I was thinking to choose milk, I was thinking everything it would go into. So I'll put it like that.
And then my fourth choice is a vanilla shake.
Vanilla shake. Okay. Okay. John, you got any dialogue there?
No, hey, that's the only shake you get.
Okay.
As
Now-
you see, my list has a lot of sweets, a lot of
Yeah, and yeah. I mean, there's gonna be so many that's not gonna be said that I love. I love beverages.
Mhm.
But this is not necessarily one of my favorites. I'm going to pick it simply because, in fact, I don't even do this at all. Be honest with you, but I'm going to do it because, again, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I've already won, but I'm going to go ahead and reinforce my team, and I'm going to have people all behind my back on this one. And we're going to go coffee. I don't listen. I don't like coffee either.
can't stand it.
But guess what? I'm out to win. You
My
want
wife
how many
told me.
people? You want how many people in America like coffee? In the world like coffee?
A lot.
What is Starbucks? Thank
Coffee.
you.
Yep.
I've already won this. John, go ahead.
Strawberry Fanta.
Jesus.
You ever had a Mexican Fanta, John?
Yes, I have.
That's the best. That's the only
Oh,
way to drink a
100%.
Fanta. Only way to
orange?
drink it. Yep.
The-
The
the
orange,
hey,
the strawberry. It's the only
Bro,
way to drink them.
I'm just telling you.
No, I do like Fanta.
Oh, hey, Fanta, Fonta, however
like
somebody
some
wants to say it,
Fanta.
that stuff. I mean, it is.
Yeah, I do like some Fanta.
Legit.
All right, John, last drink.
I'm gonna finish it off with Pepsi.
Okay, gets both Coke and Pepsi. That's solid. That's solid. All right, this is, oh my goodness, this is so tough for me because I want to say one of them. I'll say what I want to say after Mosby picks, but I'm going, again, I'm out to win. Okay. And this drink right here, extremely refreshing. Okay. They make different forms of it. You could also combine it with something and name it something. Okay. And I'm going to say this one because also little children like to open these in their front yard to make some money. And that's pretty
Mhm.
American if you ask me. And we're
Yeah.
going to go lemonade. Lemonade. I have absolutely roasted you guys on this. I'm so sorry.
So my last pick, even though I do not partake in it anymore, but millions and millions and millions, and maybe this is the only thing that might help me compete against Ben, and that is beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's solid. I couldn't do it just because, it's not a thing I can do. But if you're going out to win, beer is a solid pick.
Beer is a very good one.
Yeah. Now, the one I am absolutely dying I didn't pick, and I couldn't do it based on I want people to vote for me, is apple juice. I love apple juice.
I was on my list. I
cold,
love apple
cold
juice.
apple juice,
I
bro.
love apple juice.
I love
Nothing
apple
better.
juice. Other thing I wanted to say, Capri Suns. I love killing those. I'll buy them for my kids, but I drink most of them. The
Sprite?
Kool-Aid Jammers.
I love a Sprite.
Kool-Aid Jammers, Hug Jugs, and even though I don't like coffee, I love going to 7 Brew and getting their 7 energy drinks. Love it.
Oh my goodness.
Hot chocolate.
Strawberry banana juicy juice. And then the only alcohol drink I do drink now, it's a little girly drink called the Bay Breeze, rum, orange juice, pineapple, and cranberry.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
Wow, that sounds good.
It is good, John. I'm telling you. Don't even know you're drinking alcohol.
How about orange juice?
Oh,
It's got to be that Sunny D. Got to be that Sunny D.
Yeah.
No,
I don't like the pulp.
Mm.
Dang, it zoomed in on it when he said
Hey.
Pulp is the only option.
Oh, mine didn't do it. Darn it.
I don't know.
Come on. Come in.
That
Bring
is
it
so crazy.
Bring it in. So, I was extremely sad I didn't get to pick apple juice, but there is our lineup. We have Coca-Cola, Gatorade, A&W root beer, strawberry Fanta, and Pepsi for John. I have the goat water, chocolate milk, Dr. Pepper, coffee, and lemonade, and Mosby brought it home with sweet tea, Kool-Aid the old-fashioned way, milk, which I'm just going to say milk because milk is solid pick just in itself, milk. Vanilla shake, and beer. What do you guys think? Who took the championship on that, man? John, I think you're too specific on yours.
Yeah, I think it's just
He did that with the stinking, what was it?
The Chico stick.
the Halloween candy.
He
was picking off the wall stuff on the candy, but then we come to the drinks. He's like, "Oh, give me a Coke, Pepsi, Gatorade, root beer, Fanta." It's like,
no oceanfront.
Oh, look at this guy bringing out some Ole Miss stuff here. No oceanfront property in Arizona. Miami and hurricanes need water to survive, and the desert doesn't have enough water to get a thunderstorm going, much less a hurricane. Go Rebels! Yes, sir. I'm with you. I picked them. Rebels, baby.
The U.
No,
Sorry.
Tornado Nation.
Sorry, Tornado.
No.
The U.
Rebels. Man, now that's pretty awesome. All right, guys. You guys need any final thoughts here? We ran a little long, but it's okay.
That's okay.
Just thank you, everybody, for all the comments and everything, all the support. Keep on sharing our stuff, liking everything. It's just we love doing this. We love getting on the weekly and doing this. It is.
Oh, it is.
Fun.
It's a blast.
Hanging with the bros. 45% study says.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The 55% that then agreed with that is the wives. So.
Yeah,
and to some point, their opinions don't really matter.
Oh,
God,
John.
Okay.
All right. Well, if that is all, boys, I'm going to bring it home from here. Thank you so much for hopping on here and watching our live on YouTube. And we will see you next week. Watch all these football games. It's going to be fantastic. Spend time with your family. And, hey,